Si punto.
Si punto. That's like our. That's our like si punto. It's like,
That's
why
the
are
jump off
We're
point.
gonna have to get shirts that say
why-
Sin Puente
we do. But is it super racist though? Like,
with Speedy
There's
Gonzalez
nothing
on it.
racist about it.
no, I mean
because
like, it is a T-shirt. Does it just say si
You know
punto,
what's
or is it
funny
gonna have
is
like
if Keenan wore us with like a straw hat,
like I was saying?
sombrero,
That's what I was saying.
he
Like,
would look Panamanian.
I know.
Your light skinned ass.
But that's the thing. It can't even be racist because it's not a real like word.
Oh,
Si
right.
punto. Like,
yeah.
yeah, it's just not even real. Like,
Sin Puente.
welcome one.
Hey.
Welcome all to episode 31 of the None of Our Business podcast. We are your hosts, Philly.
Thank you for
Philly
keeping it
fanatic,
down.
filthy animal,
Yo, I'm back.
philosophy,
har-
philanthropy,
I came back.
He's back with
Sane,
the big
El
old
Sano.
penis.
Keenan,
Hey,
Keenan Duncan,
si punto.
CNN Dunkaroos,
Yes.
Keenan Sin Puente Duncan.
District Cock. I don't know.
Wait. Fuck. I was gonna try some CD.
Fuck.
The
The greatest Keenan quote ever.
And I'm
That-
Joe.
That should be my quote. Hey, Joe.
El Guapo.
It's
Welcome
Joe.
to the podcast.
Castellanos.
Castellanos.
Ooh, your voice sounds good. Did you drink some coffee or something? What do you got going in your throat?
I think this
In
is
your throats. What's in your throats to make you?
You know,
sound
it's just it's,
Wow.
it's a lack of sex. You know, just haven't had sex in a while.
God damn.
It's all backed
All
up.
right.
It's backed up,
Okay.
so it's climbed up to my throat. And
Apparently, Joe has something to talk about, ladies and
The
I
food
don't.
monster is drained in two kinds of ways.
I have a couple of things to talk about.
Jesus.
But,
Well, this openly talk about not having sex is kind of major there, isn't it?
Look, this isn't about me. It's about you, okay?
It is.
Oh,
I know. Which is
we said. Speaking of backed up,
Sexual experiences
which
just
is
gravitate
worse.
towards you.
Is it worse because wait? Why?
I don't know.
What? Oh, is it worse being single and not having sex, or having someone and not having sex?
Geez. I mean, I think the latter.
Because they're like right in your face, literally in your bed with their titties in your head.
Hey, that was good. That was good. New rap album by Keenan comes soon.
Titties in your head. Titties in your head.
Titties on your head. Welcome back.
Mhm.
Welcome back, Filthy.
Can I get this out of the
Thank
way
you.
real quick?
yeah,
I have a gift for everyone. I bought this on Thursday, and I was so excited that I kept it secret that I didn't want to say anything because I think it's awesome. Now, you guys might think it's shit.
Okay.
So let me just real quick, because I have a lot to talk about. So let me get this. I
Not
just wanna
necessarily have a lot to talk about, but let's do it. He was probably when he bought it, he was probably giggling like a little
I
schoolgirl.
was
Are these wands?
better than a wand.
Oh,
dildo?
shit.
Oh.
Better than a dildo.
What's better than that?
Ooh, if we had some Lord of the Rings music.
Dun, 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 dun. Oh shit! Is that a pipe?
You are hilarious.
It's a fucking Gandalf pipe, man.
Oh shit! Check this out.
Take it out.
Hold on. We
You
gotta
are
catch this on
hilarious.
video. What the fuck? Hold on, Joe. Hold on.
So
Isn't
you're
that
gonna
awesome?
you're gonna actually buy marijuana now and just like
It's in the box. It's in the bag.
oh you already bought it?
Show that bad boy off, Jason.
Yeah, dude.
Look at that.
Look at that.
I saw that in the shop because I was telling my friend when I was on a lunch break. I was like, "Hey, I want to.
Whoa.
I wish I can get like a Gandalf pipe and like have one of those long, and then smoke.
Oh, do that again,
Do that
Keenan?
again? One
With
more
the mic
gameplay,
in
one
my
more
face.
game.
I'm like, it's
You
like-
wanted
it looks
to
I'm
smoke it
gar-
like
looks
how?
I'm gargling balls with this mic.
Is that a new technique, Keenan?
Yeah,
Crouching tiger, hidden cock.
Hey, this little thing came with it?
yeah, it did. It did.
What is
Isn't
that?
You
that
could
cool?
use it for
It's
your
like a-
cocaine.
Shit.
Just kidding.
You know, you can put your weed in there.
You could put your weed in it. That's tight.
Pretty cool,
That's super
right?
dope, yeah.
Yeah. I was like, I always wanted one. I mean, I really like the
It's a peace pipe.
pretty much.
No, it's not a peace pipe.
I just think it's so cool. I wish it was all wooden, but whatever, dude. I like it. I'm glad. I think this is gonna be
My
used.
culture is in your smoke session.
What?
Whoa.
What the fuck?
He was like, in our culture, we do not make it about the weed.
Oh, you're talking about peace pipe?
The weed makes us.
Oh, whatever.
The reason I'm called strong like mountain It's because I'm stoned.
Oh my God.
Ooh, that was heavy. All right. I'm so glad you have Native American in you.
Don't we all? I know I do.
I know you've had some in you.
Yeah. Runs with big cock.
Drags by ankles. Can't almost finish it out. Coming out of shorts.
Oh my God.
Sex with loves.
Oh
shit. You guys. Well, I mean, we're starting it off right.
For Keenan, it's balls and chain.
That's me.
All right.
So filthy.
Yo.
Welcome back.
Yes.
Thank
You were away. We held it down without you last week.
Talking about aliens and
Which
shit.
it was a pretty phenomenal episode, I gotta say.
I liked
What are
it.
you trying to say?
We don't need you anymore. So congratulations, you're
I
out.
see.
I mean, it was a heavily listened to podcast, you know.
Ooh.
We had a gang and play, so I mean,
Damn.
you got to get your shit together. It just goes to show that Gilson Park, you know.
Kill soon. Pak kill soon. No chigum chugule?
Speaking of foreign language, I'm on 2 more episodes of that anime we were talking about.
Which one?
The Shield.
Oh,
I'm on episode 19.
Have not seen it yet.
Yeah.
It's really good.
But I was told it was good.
I didn't like
Solid.
how it started off because it was just everyone's against the main character. And it's
Yeah.
like, why are you guys acting so? And I was like,
They talk about it later.
they
but
do.
Don't
They
talk
do.
about
I
it.
know, I'm
'cause
just
some
saying. I just-
listeners
Spoiler
haven't
alert.
watched it. Philly
Sorry,
hasn't watched
sorry,
it.
sorry.
Spoiler alert.
Keenan
Keenan has
yes.
no respect for mankind.
Of course not. No,
No, he shouldn't.
no.
What has mankind done for you?
Exactly.
Nothing.
Besides enslave me.
I mean,
Okay, wait.
a little thing that happened a couple hundred years ago.
You know, as a matter of fact, people say that was happening for 400 years, right? But if the U.S.
Slavery?
Yeah, but I know we had a little bit of slavery, but it wasn't like Southern South slavery before 1776 when we were declaring our independence. There was still slavery, but it wasn't like what we're talking about. That whole heavy Southern shit was only about maybe 150, 200 years.
Right. Give or take.
It wasn't the 400.
So the rest of the slavery doesn't count, is basically what you're saying. Like,
There
oh,
was,
that other
but it
shit,
wasn't
you know.
as. I don't.
It
think,
was slavery, but it wasn't like
What did
And-
they pay you, Keenan?
I don't-
What did they pay you?
N-word with the hard R kind of slavery, you know?
I don't think it was as gruesome until it's
Slavery is fucking slavery, my guy.
Oh yeah, but I mean, like, because nobody talks about slavery from what the Persian Empire, Roman Empire, or
That's
the
true.
Genghis Khan slavery and
Which
shit like that.
totally
I mean,
existed.
if you're talking like slavery,
That's like
slavery,
serfdom and all that shit too. Yeah.
yeah, talk about slavery today with.
slavery of the
Oh
mind.
my god!
Oh god. My brother,
We got the shackles on our mind.
one fish, two fish, red fish, blue fish,
A Cuban
knick-knack,
link.
paddywhack. Give a dog a bone.
A
Ooh,
Cuban
my
link
bacon smell like
Enslaves
fire.
you, my brother.
What the fuck is wrong with you, dude?
I know I'm gonna get my ass beat by someone.
These gold bracelets are shackles.
God damn.
Wow. Speaking of that,
Oh
though,
my god!
okay, the presidential debates. Tell me you guys saw
Oh
them.
my god!
Yeah.
Oh my god,
That circus,
dude! I know.
An old girl wanted to like talk about reparations. Like she
Oh, yes,
was like
yes.
the author. She wasn't even a politician. So I don't know if she did it on purpose to sort of push the envelope on topics, but
No.
everybody was like,
That's that whole secret shit. That
Yeah.
whole believe in yourself, you can do anything crap.
yeah, law of attraction type shit.
Yeah,
right?
now look where it got you on stage and you have nothing to say. I mean, she did have that ending quote about love will conquer and all that stuff. But I mean, come on.
Yeah, no, it was pretty
get it
intense.
together.
Kamala Harris was kicking ass though, honestly, man. I mean, you know,
She's. I mean, she became a front runner
she
after that.
totally called
Definitely.
Joe Biden out. Like he was
Big
like,
time. Big time.
he cut himself off, bro.
Yeah.
At the end, he was like, "Oh, that's my time."
Yeah. Yeah.
The
And
fuck?
that's all I have to say.
But
about
she
that.
did go after Biden, but it would be nice. Yeah, I mean, there's so many people up there. I guess you have to go after the head
Dude,
dog.
some of those people I'd never even heard of,
Mhm.
man.
Yep.
Some of
Oh,
those.
there are a lot of them. That's why it's oversaturated. That's why they had to have 2 nights.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Because it's just.
I tried to watch the Senator Warren one, but it was like blasé, bro. Halfway through, I was like, I can't watch this shit.
Senator Warren was, she was good.
Although Bernie Sanders, the top 1%. Everybody tried to
Bernie.
out yell him. Nobody can out yell Bernie, dude.
and then like the following day, like on all of social media, he was asking for money. He's like, "Yo, guys, we're kind of short. You know, if you guys want to pitch in, help us out here."
And then what about, what is it? Is his name Andrew
We don't
Yang?
have packs, so you know we're kind of doing this from the ground
Isn't
up.
that crazy though? He's the only one. What was your question?
Well, I don't know
No,
if he's
Andrew.
the only one.
Is his name is Andrew? Not Yang. Did
Oh,
I get the-
Andrew Yang.
Where he's
They
the one
did
who
not
went.
give him his time of day, dude.
But when they asked him the main question he was mainly promoting, he was like, "Are you talking to me? What's going on?"
yeah, he couldn't even believe that they asked him. Anything.
Yeah. Well, in the sense that what he was requesting requires trillions of dollars to get done. Now, he could have easily defended his quote when he said he'll give everybody $1,000 a month by saying the money we spend on government military stuff that is rarely used or pretty unnecessary, like $20 million or $2 billion on one drone, can easily go towards that possibility. But he was so, I guess, starstruck.
He had a brain
away.
for it. He had
Yeah.
a brain for it. Yeah.
He could have
Well,
easily conquered
dude.
that question.
When I went up to speak, to speak and sing for Telemundo, honestly, I thought I'd be fine. But the minute you get up there, and I mean, I
The
don't
lights,
know,
the camera.
dude. I mean, he's been on international TV and all that shit. But when you're up there with all the other heavy hitters and big names,
Yeah.
forget
Yeah.
about it, dude.
Yeah.
I don't care who you are.
I'm surprised he didn't throw up or something.
Oh man,
There's HBO has a little docu-series called Axios or Axiom, Axios.
okay.
What was that? about?
Anyway, it's it basically talks about like just the political landscape, like all different elements of it. And actually Andrew Yang they had a segment on him where they interviewed him, and basically they came at him like, "Yo, you're basically a meme. That's how you came out." Like, you know, there were a couple memes of you and what your thoughts were, and they just asked him like, "What do you think of you coming to popularity through a meme?" And he's like, "Yo, like, it's kind of messed up because I have a lot of stuff to say. So the fact that I'm coming from that, or that I'm compared to Donald Trump because people think I don't have anything to say, is like it's weird to me and it's messed up." But he's
But see, I
it
didn't
was
know
just-
a lot of this
yeah,
stuff.
some of the shit was pretty good. That same episode, it's on HBO. Also had Gavin Newsom,
Mm.
California's current governor,
Mhm.
and that motherfucker is legit.
Really?
You like
Yeah.
him? You like him?
Is he
His-
running for
his
president?
no, he's not.
Mm.
But his interview.
Mhm.
Oh, and that's something he mentioned too.
He
The,
wouldn't.
the
he
dude
wouldn't.
was like, so like, why do you seem so real? Like, why does it seem like, you know, you're like you just talking to you seem like a real person. You have, and the guy's like, yeah, that's because I'm not running for president, so I don't have to
Yeah.
I don't have to fake it. I can just tell you what it is.
Mhm.
He even during the interview, he said some shit like the guy mentioned something about Trump and like his constituents, and he was like, yeah, he's like, California, we do have a lot of Republicans, but they kind of see what the reality is. Like rural areas, like counties, like in the South and stuff, they only see what they see on TV because that's the only source that they have. Nobody's really coming to them.
Right.
And then he was just like, out here, they actually get to see and interact with us. And he's like, and he legit was like, all the bullshit that Donald Trump is feeding his constituents is going to come back and haunt the GOP and this and that. He's like,
That's
you
why
know,
they're not going to take.
yeah,
it,
he was like, I just messed up. My team is probably going to get at me for saying that, but you know, because you know, he came out with like bullshit. That's bullshit, whatever.
Yeah.
And I was like, damn, this motherfucker's real good.
He's talking shit.
Did you vote for
Yeah.
Gavin Newsom when he was running for
No,
governor?
I
when he
didn't.
was for-
I didn't.
I remember
Why
getting
not,
a random
Joe?
ass call where they were like, "Have you heard of Gavin Newsom?" This. What about Gavin Newsom? This.
Who?
I was like, "Yeah." I was like, "Who the fuck is Gavin Newsom?"
I knew who Gavin Newsom was. He was the mayor of San Francisco.
He's the
Yeah.
mayor.
Wait,
of
he
San
was.
When was he?
Francisco.
Was he mayor 2004?
When you were there,
When I was
don't
there,
know.
2000.
Was he? You should know this.
I should, but I didn't do any voting in college except for Obama.
and you're part of the problem.
Fuck you. I'm part of the solution.
Did you guys see what Buttigieg did though? When they asked him questions about the what's happening, what his first order of business was, or something like that, if he were to become president, I could be mixing this
Who?
up.
Which one?
I think his name is David Buttigieg.
Yeah, the gay.
Yeah,
he
he's
was
like an ex-military gay, but like
Oh, okay.
also no one has any dirt on him. Like he's legit, just been
yeah,
kicking ass.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He kind of called out Christianity, like on the when they were talking.
And he got axed for it.
Yeah, he got asked about what his first order of business was, and he said, I just want to make it a point that anybody who wants to stand on moral religious grounds and then say that it's okay to put
yes,
kids
I remember
in the
that.
cages
I remember
and
that.
his has lost any and all
Booty cake
right.
or something like
Buttigieg.
that.
Buttigieg.
Is it Buttigieg?
Buttigieg.
Buttigieg.
There was a whole thing where nobody
He was on
could say
Jesus
his
and
name.
Mero. He was a guest on Jesus. They're doing Jesus and Mero are doing like this whole. This season they've been like interviewing like all the
I saw Cortez
all the
on there.
Democratic candidates.
Yeah.
They're going to them.
And
they're coming to
senators.
them, yeah.
She was
Senators,
on
yeah.
there too.
Because the demographic
Alexandria.
that watches Jesus and Mero are
Hood
Democratic, generally speaking, Democratic people.
people. Yeah,
Yeah,
I
that's
wouldn't
pretty-
think you would get any type of Republicans on.
Yeah, that
Jesus
dude
and Mero.
seems pretty legit too. But
Yeah. What about the
They just
Spanish?
want a star.
The two Spanish speaking ones. What was their name?
Beto
God damn it.
O'Rourke.
Beto O'Rourke. That's it.
and the Latin dude.
Yeah, the Latin dude. I don't know. Beto O'Rourke is more familiar because I hear his name more often, but I don't hear the other one's name.
But Buttigieg also came through with the Spanish on like
Yeah.
Dude, have you guys seen some of the memes that are on online
No.
for
About
Beto
those
O'Rourke?
memes, right?
no.
There, there's some memes like where it's like, I am Beto O'Rourke, yo Tenera Paz, like yo Sarah para ustedes, like
Oh man,
Dude, what if you
Just
said
making fun of his
Cipuento?
Spanish.
That'd be hilarious.
hey, that would be great.
I'd vote for
Beto O'Rourke, si puedo, with a little wink and a smile. Hey, and the finger gun.
That would be great. So my question to you two, as Latin,
No, don't tell.
Dudes
Don't,
of yourself?
don't say Latin.
I'm putting you in a generic form because I don't want to cancel out any other culture that might be involved. that
I
speaks
identify
Spanish.
as Latinx. Thank you.
I don't see. I
You
don't
identify as
like.
American, right? As American, you're an American.
Yeah, I'm an American.
Yeah. Okay.
Nah,
So
nah.
anyway, so people, the two
Kids,
people,
like,
who,
anyways, fuck you. You're Latin.
the two people who speak Spanish
Even worse, you're
fluently,
Hispanic.
I'm a human being.
who have Hispanic
Bitch.
background. What do you think about these candidates using Spanish to communicate to a certain audience who?
I don't think they should do it if they're not authentic.
Gotcha. Okay.
Um,
Not even if they
If
were
they have
half
a
or quarter?
history,
Oh, okay.
no, if they have a history
Yeah.
of interacting with the Latin culture, then yes, absolutely do
Okay.
it. But if you don't have a history,
Yeah.
don't do it
What if you
because
learned
you're
it?
just fake as fuck.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's more
Yeah.
insulting that you're trying to do something that you
To
have
win
no
the
history
votes.
doing before, and now
Mm.
you're doing it because you're trying to win votes. Like,
As
Gotcha,
usual.
gotcha.
yeah, as opposed to actually having history of interacting with
Hmm.
the said
Here's my
community.
question though: would you
Okay.
guys ever actually try to run for president? Like, if things got really, really, really
Nah.
fucking bad,
I need experience. I
Mm-mm.
wouldn't do it unless I had experience.
would
Absolutely
you guys ever
not.
run for any political office?
Absolutely not. I have
No?
zero interest in
And-
being a part of this
Now,
system.
does it count if it's no? I would say I was already in it. Now it's not government, but it's still.
Then it's not in it.
Oh my God,
Fucking
fuck
liar.
you. I'm trying to give a fucking
Where were you part of?
figurative reference. All right.
Okay, go hit it.
God damn,
No,
man.
I'm sorry. I apologize. Go ahead.
So, as president of the National Society of Black Engineers at SF State
Yeah,
for 2 years,
yeah. It's a position of leadership.
I was going to say that would kind of, on a minuscule level, maybe count as dealing with politics on a certain level
On a certain level, yeah.
within.
It's a governing body
Yes.
of the activities of that
yes,
place.
it's just not controlling the United States. You know, it's just our
very,
little
very
community.
similar experience
Yeah.
when you become part of
That's right.
history or whatever.
That's right, Joe.
But also,
Sure.
also very similar experience when you're a part of LAFC and you get to do
And
the
the other
capo
one.
and all the other stuff. You know what I mean?
And the one that
It's a position where you have
Exactly.
hold influence and
You're-
you determine
Yes.
things. You know?
it's just on a different. It's in a different group. Same thing when you were part of SMC, the group with Ray.
Oh, alas, right?
Yeah.
Look, but that's not.
It's
The
not. It's
government.
not the
Shout out
United.
to Ray.
It's not the United States of America. Yes, but it's something similar. It's kind of like the Model UN at
It's
high school.
not. I don't know about no motherfucking Model UN.
However, that
I
was
don't
going to be
think- I
my
don't think we
question
even
to you
had that.
guys today because it's
Oh, about the Model UN?
Oh no, the UN. No, they have about I think it was 19 initiatives they want to do. They want to get globally to
Look at
actually
this
take
big
place.
dick swing. Come
But-
back from Texas like,
But
hey.
no. One of my clients works with the UN. No,
yeah.
what I actually wanted to ask though, is a lot like on the tip that we're on, where like it's people's livelihoods that's at stake here, and that's why it's so important
Is
to
it?
consider your ability to handle political matters and whether or not you actually do hold a strong degree of sway on how people's quality of life is going to be. Right, like let's take that, and then especially you as a parent, right, like you're responsible for people.
Mm-hmm.
How the hell does that feel on a daily basis? Is it one of the first things you think about when you wake up?
Not at all.
Really?
It's just regular. It's part of life.
Anybody can die.
But
in
see, that's
Joe's
the
job
thing. No.
here to
But
wake
that's the
up
thing.
and-
It's just part of life. Like I don't actively think, oh, I'm a leader, I have to take care of people. Like I don't. It's just automatic. Like
He's
it
just
is
naturally a leader.
No, it's not even like that though. No. I'm serious. If you take a position of authority,
you have to.
whether it's within home or at work,
the job. Or
it's
whatever.
just a natural thing that
But
occurs.
some people are bad at it though. Some people don't have that natural.
Yeah, but
thing.
even then, it's still just it's just automatic. Like even if you're bad at it, you still
you're already in that position.
You already
play
know.
your
You don't have
role
to
is what you're
state.
saying.
You don't have to state. I have a responsibility. I have to take care of these people every single day. You just know you do. You have to do it, whether you're good or bad. Doesn't matter. You still just know that you have to do it. It's not like bad parents. They don't wake up every morning and say, "I have to be a good parent today."
I don't know.
They don't.
Maybe.
They don't.
Right. No, but
They
that's
don't.
that's why
You're
I'm
just,
asking.
You just suck as a parent
Mhm.
because you don't even think about it. Like it's like.
Wait,
like,
but you just
I don't
said
get
you
to see
don't
my
think about
kids.
it.
Yeah, you don't think about it. Like
Yeah, right. You either are or you aren't.
Yeah.
And then you either get better or you don't.
Exactly.
Okay.
Okay.
I mean, the way I've seen it, and obviously I have a lot of friends who are parents.
Did you
Yeah.
ever have moments though where you look at your kids and you're like, God damn.
You did, because you said something about when your son Gavin was born, where you're like, you'll do anything to make sure nobody like messes with him, like you'll die for him.
When did I say that?
This was when he was like 2 years old or something like that. I remember you saying it in front of me because the reason why it resonates in my brain for so long,
When did you say that?
because I never heard you say that, and that connection you have with your son. I was like, damn, Joe's really
Dude,
like.
I'm sure, like when my kid was born,
Yeah.
for sure.
but
he had the dad
when you hold your
feels.
son,
Yeah.
you'll be like,
Yeah.
oh man, this is my kid. This is my
yeah,
guy.
but that's
all
what
right.
Philly's talking about. You had that moment and you said it out loud where I
Right,
heard
and,
it.
And so
Oh,
what
but
I'm saying is, has that moment carried over into these days? Now?
No, it doesn't.
He doesn't care
over
anymore
Now
with his
it's
kid.
no, because now I
Now
know.
it's just a part of your life.
Yeah,
And
it's just a part of my
that's
life.
what you're trying to say.
Yeah.
For you, you're saying once
The initial moment, of course, it's gonna hit you. And you're like, oh shit, okay.
But at
Like
this point,
when,
it's
like
just part
when
of.
when I gain more responsibilities at work, I'm like, oh shit, okay. Well, I guess like I'm a boss. Like, so,
Right.
all right, cool.
But see, I always thought I don't know. I thought you went into that company with that mentality already. I could have swore I saw that from you the first couple of weeks or so. Like,
Referring to the taking the
Just
initiative.
being a
Yeah.
boss.
yeah, I could have swore that was what. Maybe I saw it something different. Maybe I saw this aura around you that was different than
You
everybody
saw
else.
my glow.
Kaden was staring at the
He
bulge
saw
in
my
your
heroic
jeans.
glow.
Yeah.
My heroic glow.
It came in on an epic mount.
My shield came out. Everybody was against me, but I was like,
On a steed.
Yeah.
Said I was a noble steed. You hear that? Wait. So, Kaden, have you ever taken care of anyone before? No.
God damn.
I'm not asking it as an offense. What I'm saying, because the reason I bring this up, let
I
me
had
give
a
you some.
goldfish once. Man, that shit died.
Let me give you some context to why I'm asking these questions. Right? I went to go visit my family in San Antonio, and I got to be around some more of my nieces and nephews, and it just finally dawned on me because I was surrounded by like 4 of them all at once, in different ages, right? All just at me, and every time I'm around kids, man, it's always like, man, look at these guys, you know. At this point, I was with them a lot. Because 4 kids is a lot. 2 twins crying,
Right.
another little one right there, right? 3, and another one 9 years old. So I get to watch the span of it. And, you know, I'm not taking care of them per se, but I'm watching over them and I'm just like, God damn, man. The future for not just our families, right? And the little ones in our bloodlines, but just across the board, from who live under parents who may not give a fuck, right? They're just out there and they don't care and they let the kids do whatever. They got the silver teeth, so you know they're bad kids, that kind of shit, right? And then kids who aren't, who are really like just looking up to people. Like, I don't know why, but for me, I was like, shit, man. Like, I started thinking really hard about it. I was like, it's not out of a sense of obligation so much as it is like, I feel like I want to try harder so that they do have something to look up to, because they may not actually be able to have the parent there or whatever, you know what I mean? And it's like something happened over my visit over there. I was just like, fuck, man, like, because they watch, man. If not you, they're watching someone.
They know.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
There might be someone out there watching me I don't even know. You know what I mean? And like
the government.
And but I've never had to be responsible for anybody but myself. So that's why I was asking, one who was already a parent, and now you, if you've ever felt like the need or the want to take care of someone, whether it's even like a partner or whatever.
Oh no, yeah, he's right across the table. The same thing.
Give it up for your God.
For your God,
my El Guapo,
the fucking Akami over here.
Straight up. What up?
No, my cousins were younger. Yeah, same thing. Both me and my brother were like wanting to try and do better in our lives so that we can provide or give our cousins, have them have a better life and all that stuff. I definitely hadn't come across the same experience that Joe has, but in reference to Joe and in your question in all of society, there was a thought that I had that was hopefully going to lead to like maybe a book or something where my neighbor's kid, I was questioning whether or not if something happened to him out in the public, because South Central isn't always the best neighborhood, but I thought, I don't know this kid that well, but I have communicated a little bit. What would I do if like something crazy? I'm just super crazy hypothetical. You were
hypothetically,
but what if there was something, I don't know, like a shootout or a drive-by or whatever? Would I jump in front of that? Would I save that kid's life? And that's kind of what the whole book is about. Like I developed this friendship with my neighbor's kid, but
I remember you telling me this. Yeah. You actually put aside some events that we had invited you to. You were like, nah, I promised this kid I would hang out with him for his birthday or something like that.
Oh, that was a different kid. I don't care about that kid. Right now. This
doesn't look too good for you right now, kid. No, fuck that kid.
yeah, fuck that kid.
No, this is another one. This is my neighbor. But the fact
that you asked, would I jump?
In my mind, yeah. Would I save that kid's life if he was in danger?
It almost implies
and I don't know him.
You kind of care.
Well, it debated in my mind. I didn't want. I felt bad going both options, the good way, even the bad way. If I was like, I don't know that kid that well, why would I really kill my 30 years of
not
life?
My problem, right? That kind of thing.
Yeah, like
not my kid, not my problem.
I don't know.
That's what I say.
Would you feel weird if you spent 30 something plus years and then you just went boom for somebody you don't even know?
Well, that's where values come in.
And then what did you do those whole 30 years?
But see, you can't even think of about that because it hasn't happened to you.
Well, no,
the power of the situation.
You don't know what's going to happen. You can say no or you can say yes, but until the shit happens,
that's the point of the question, to philosophy, to think, ask what if, and then come up with possibilities and scenarios.
I mean, I'd like to
get the mind.
I'd like to think I would, but you never know.
I do it because I know and it's happened, so I know that I would. Yeah.
Well, I don't want to know about that.
Yeah,
my mom would be sad.
I know that selflessly,
mm-hmm.
I will try to protect
somebody that you don't even know. Yeah,
I wouldn't even know the person. Like mm-hmm. I've been in situations where there are
but you wouldn't give money to homeless people. You wouldn't save their life. Okay,
because they're still alive.
I know. They're dying. They're
building communities in the freeways.
Oh my god, it's getting so crazy. I saw one that had like an apartment building of like tents. like how the fuck you do that? You should have been a carpenter. Like, what the fuck?
Dude. But yeah. I just I don't know. Instinctively,
right.
I'm just
jumped into hero mode and shit.
Yeah, I mean, if immediately I could do something, and
you would.
It's within my power to it's weird because it has to be like in a situation where I'm already there.
Yeah.
So something has to happen.
Right.
But if I'm like driving and I see some bullshit happening, I'm like, oh fuck, that sucks.
I like to think I'm badass, right? But there was one time where I was sitting outside of a Whole Foods in downtown
mm-hmm.
LA,
mm-hmm.
and I was hanging out with some dude who I had just met at like a co-working space, and he followed me out to go get some pizza,
mm-hmm.
and we're chilling talking, and he was doing most of the talking, which is usually what I do. So I was like, "Fuck, shut the fuck up." No, but then somebody walks up to us and looked kind of homeless, looked kind of aggressive, and he's like, "Fellas, I'm gonna do you this favor. Do any of these two bikes over here to the right of me belong to either of you?" And we were like,
no.
Well, I was like, no. But I was looking at him like, what's going on? And then the other kid, apparently, who turned out to be ex-military, was like, what's it to you, man? Like he called him. He called him out. Yeah. And I'm like, here it goes. And he was like, that's all I needed to hear. And he starts clipping the chains
Mhm.
and starts taking the bikes. And that's when the kid stands up. The dude who followed me up, he's like, "Hey man, don't take those bikes, man. Can't do that." And I'm like, "Oh, here we go, man." Like over some bikes. I was like, it's
Yeah.
different, right? This is bikes.
Did
But
the guy look like he could be carrying like a knife or a gun or something like that?
so the guy puts down the wire cutters. He's
Yeah.
like, "Don't trip," and he walks into CVS. And he's like, as he was walking crossing the street, which is right across the street from Whole Foods.
Yeah.
He's like, "I'm gonna come back with something for you." Like I walked in and stole like what do people use for support crutches? Crutches.
Oh,
He stole
crutches.
like a crutch from CVS and came back out. Like he stole that shit and crossed the street on the way over. And the other kid, while that guy was crossing over to take that, he said, "Yo, wait here while I go get security." Right. So now I'm outside sitting down and I'm like, "Oh fuck."
What the fuck?
And the dude's walking over to me. I was like, "Well,
Here we go.
let the cards fall where they may." I was like, "There's nothing I can do here. I was somehow involved in this." You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But part of me resented that fucking kid for saying something. But the question is, where does morality and integrity fall in here? You know, like stealing is wrong. He
Right.
shouldn't be stealing.
Mhm.
Is it my job to be vigilante and get involved here? Like, it's tough because you want to say that, you know, you've got morals, you got values, you stand for something.
Yeah.
But then the situation appears, and I'm like, first of all, I was like, I don't want to fight this guy over a fucking bike.
Or lose your life over a bike.
You know, I was like, he looks like he might stab me, but at the same time, it is wrong. And I was like, fuck, what is the right move?
Right.
Where, like, and do you have to make the right move, or should you be self-preserving and be like, fuck you, fuck this bike, fuck that other guy, and just get the fuck out?
I'm out.
You know what I mean? And when I thought about it, and I
Keenan is a
realized that
101.
dude left me, other dude
He
was
did left
crossing,
you
yeah,
to go get security. You should have
Yeah.
got security.
and so and then the other guy was crossing the street, and I was like, oh man. Sure enough, as the guy came out with the thing and
Crutch.
crossed the street, he turned to look back just once to make sure nobody was going to come after him from
CVS,
CVS,
yeah.
and he saw that somebody had just parked a bike outside of CVS. He just drops that shit in the middle of the street, runs and catches that bike, and runs off with that bike. And I was like,
God
fuck.
damn.
But it reminds me of when I got robbed at gunpoint.
Mhm.
Similar feeling, a similar look in that guy's eyes over by IHOP on Wilshire,
Mhm.
on Hauser, I think it is.
Mhm.
Dude had this look in his eye, pointed the gun like this close to my face. I'm talking like, you know, the way people fucking
Yeah,
take
yeah.
selfies. And I'm just sitting there like, fuck, what do I do? You know, like part of it feels like cowardice, but the other part's like, you know, what's the right move?
Yeah. No
You know?
need to die over
The
something.
right move is just fuck it. Take it, bro.
Yeah.
You need it more than I.
If
Right.
you're willing to go that far, you might as well.
Right?
Yeah.
Isn't that crazy, man?
Yeah.
Like,
But what you need to do is be as broke as I am. So you just say, hey. Like,
you want to give me some money, man? I need some shit too.
Exactly.
I need money. Fucking how high?
as a matter of fact, you look like you carrying. Did you rob somebody earlier? Give me that.
And then Keita pulls out a gun. You give me your shit, player.
I did have that thought in my mind. Like if that had happened, I was like, man, I'm a couple hundred thousand dead, man.
Keita's having to do a little flash the piece. Hey, but the dude already has the gun pointed at you.
that tricked his mind. He's like, damn, is he fast enough to like?
Quick on the draw. Quick draw McGraw.
I heard you're supposed to whip out your dick and pee in a circle and say "you shall not pass," and that just makes you look crazy.
I don't want to make any sudden movements, bro.
No.
No, you're not supposed to, right?
That gun was so heavy.
Hmm?
It looked like whether he hit me with it or shot me with it, it was gonna hurt, bro.
Oh yeah, that would split your skull, but it would do some damage if you got a pistol whip.
Definitely stitches for sure.
Yeah, you know my mom used to carry a 44.
She used to carry a piece on her.
No, 48. The dirty hairy one, the big metal. It was.
Big
I had
daddy,
to
huh?
hold it like it was so
Mom,
heavy. I know. And she was so nonchalant and cool.
Mom, I don't want to hold your piece. Now, Keenan.
Stop being a little bitch.
Pretty much.
Matter of fact, it's time you learn how to load up a clip.
Like,
Dude, my mom is so like that. It's hilarious.
She'd be like,
Oh shit! She takes Keenan to the garage. She uploads a program. The Matrix, fucking all the guns come out. Guns,
Mom,
lots of guns.
we're in the Matrix.
Fuck you guys.
We're like Family Guy, bro. Somehow we're talking about some real shit, and then all of a sudden, some random chicken starts to fight us.
Oh, speaking of random chickens,
Random chickens. Let's go, John.
I went and saw Aziz Ansari
oh, you
earlier
did.
this week.
Wow.
Yeah,
Fuck
right here
you.
across the street.
Oh, really?
at
Pasadena
Pasadena Civic.
Oh,
Oh, the
Yeah.
Civic. It wasn't Flappers. Isn't that? Doesn't he also perform at Flappers down the street?
I don't know.
Oh,
I saw him here
or
at the Civic.
Icebox. Sorry, Icebox is over here.
Yeah,
Ice
probably.
House, yeah.
Ice House. Yeah.
No, I saw him at the Civic.
We almost had a chance to see him at the Improv, but we wound
Yeah,
up
we
seeing
did.
the other stuff. Couldn't get tickets.
Aziz.
He was pretty good.
Yeah.
I'll tell
Why
you
is
that
he a
now.
chicken though?
He had a joke about chickens.
No, he's just like,
Does he have a good energy on stage? Like,
Sounds
is he-
like-
it was good. No, it was.
'cause
What about-
on camera he comes across pretty strong.
Well, here's
Yeah.
the thing, though.
He's just working out his material, right?
Yeah, I mean, he's on tour. This is his tour. So, he was like on hiatus for
That's
a
right.
couple of years.
That's right.
Like the Master of None shit happened, and then like the whole sexual
Yeah.
misconduct
I
thing
know.
happened.
Jesus.
And then
Which
so
should
he
have never
addressed
happened
it.
to him.
Yeah, which should have never happened to him because the whole thing that this girl put out.
Mhm.
Here's my opinion.
Go ahead, Joe.
I gotta
Lay it.
spit it because
All you,
Speak on it.
all you ladies listening,
I-
keep your ears open.
all
for
right,
this
no,
one.
because check it, because there are definitely situations where women are obviously fucking taken advantage of,
course.
and
Yeah.
like the
Without
whole Louis
question.
C.K. bullshit.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
that was
definitely
whack.
like what the fuck.
Yeah,
that's
Bill
that's
And I
Cosby,
love
all that
Louis
stuff.
C.K., but that's some
Cosby,
bullshit.
like all that
yeah.
bullshit.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
but to have the gall for this woman to intentionally go to his crib, intentionally like interact with him in a sexual manner, and then halfway through it be like, I don't want to do it,
Which
but
has
then you
happened to
still-
me many times.
But then you still have sex,
Mhm.
and then after you leave, everything's done.
Mhm.
And then all of a sudden you're like, fuck, I regretted it. That sounded more like a regret
Mhm.
than an actual like some
Mhm.
sexual misconduct. You were already there to do the business.
Well, yeah.
It seems like
Does-
halfway through it, you're
Yeah.
like, maybe I don't, but fuck it, I'm gonna do it. I'm already here.
Nothing in
And then
her
you go home
statement.
and there was nothing.
Nothing in her written statement said that he forced himself on it.
Exactly.
Also-
She admitted it.
She implied that because of his status, she
Yeah.
felt she had to do
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
No,
But
you
he
were
never
there.
said because of my status you have
Yeah,
to do it.
exactly.
And she said that in her statement.
Does
Yeah,
Aziz Ansari come across as someone that you can't say no to?
but exactly, you can absolutely say no. to
Exactly.
people
It's
him.
like,
He's
like,
trying
get the
to
fuck
do
out of
it,
here.
yeah.
It's
So-
not like it's Terry Crews,
I
a
know.
little
Yeah.
buff, and you're
So-
like, I don't know if I say no.
Well, that's the thing. Like he
Yeah.
addressed it on this show,
Yeah.
and he was just like,
Yeah.
he was like, that situation kind of messed me up a little bit. He's like, I never thought something like that would happen to me. And obviously, everybody was there.
So they
supported
cheered?
him.
Did they,
yeah,
like,
everybody
yeah,
supported him because everybody knew like what the business
Real
was.
people know, yeah.
I could understand other dudes that have been blatantly just out there whipping dicks out and blah blah
Mhm.
blah.
Mhm.
But this was not that situation. This was a date that a girl was like kind of like about,
Yep.
and maybe trying to get some press because the whole situation around her is
Yeah.
happening. Like it's a different story. I'd be the first to back a female up if
Always.
But the fact that her own written statement already looked like the fuck is this?
It already
you know?
stated that he wasn't at fault
Yeah,
in her
in
statement,
her
unless
own
you try to
words,
like
yeah.
imply,
Yeah,
unless you take your words
basically,
differently.
The reader was the one that implicated him.
Exactly.
Like not the chick. She was just saying that. Well, obviously the chick felt some type of way about
Yeah.
it. But yeah.
It's the people who read that going,
Yeah.
"Oh, he's a bad person."
Aziz too. Aziz
Yeah.
too.
And
Aziz
yes.
too.
there was a lot of women who came on. They were like hating on her because that kind of shit gets attention and takes attention away from
Exactly.
real fucking moments.
And then
Exactly.
guys will get on her saying, "Oh, now you're like that girl." You
Yeah.
know?
So,
it goes
Basically, he was saying like because of that shit, he kind of like he
Took some
kind
time
of
off,
took
right?
some time off,
Mhm.
took a step back, and like even for this show, he was kind of like chilling because his shows
He's
like
energetic.
He's usually energetic with the fucking suit on, like
Mhm.
nah. This week he had a cardigan, like super laid back. He
Some
was sitting on a
sweats.
chair the whole time. Yeah, he had some high waters with the slippers and shit. He was just like, I'm just out here, man.
What was the
What's
name of
up?
his clothing line in Parks and
Mr.
Rec?
I know.
It
Oh,
was
West Clothing or something like that.
no,
Damn,
no,
what was
no.
it called?
It was Rent a Swag.
Rent a
Yeah,
swag.
Rent a
That's
Swag.
it.
Rent a Swag. Yeah.
How is he truly a short guy, or is he like? Does he?
Mm-hmm.
No?
He's like us. Well, like Philly and I.
Oh, cool. Okay, yeah.
Not-
Because I think I would believe he'd be a little bit taller that in person. That I would.
Then you assume
That
I want to say he's like
yeah.
5'6",
Okay.
5'7". Yeah,
That's cool.
He's about.
he's
Yeah.
a real human, Keenan.
He's a real human.
Not you, hormone overgrown,
Oh, fuck you.
hormone induced. Now,
Dragging
Yeah.
my ankles.
So it was a dope show. It was definitely.
Who
a
was
dope
the
show.
openers? Any good
Jay
openers?
Knight. Jay Knight.
good?
He was. Yeah. He's the guy. You guys watch Big Mouth?
Uh,
Ah,
I've seen a
damn.
couple episodes. with
Okay,
him.
he plays Devon.
Oh, okay.
Devon.
Devon.
Devin. Devon. That's a joke in it.
Yeah.
That he's like, dude, because he's dating some chick named Devin, and he's like, dude, my name's Devon, but I have to call myself Devin just to keep her happy, so we could be Devin and Devin.
That's that one episode where they go on double dates.
Yeah,
right?
double dates. Yeah, so that's him, Jay Knight. He was funny as fuck, dude. He was hilarious.
It was just
them two. Yeah, he was
cool.
just he opened for him, and yeah. It was a good show, really good show. I enjoyed myself.
What made you go to this and find Aziz? Like, were you searching this out, or did you happen?
I just saw it pop up on Ticketmaster. I was like, oh, I like Aziz.
That's kind of how we went to a lot of the improv stuff. It came up on my Facebook, and then I would send you messages like, oh, look who's.
I remember that.
Yeah.
And I've never said yes to a single thing.
Them tickets were like $80.
They're expensive, but we should really go and see Pablo Francisco if we can.
Pablo,
I think he'd be really funny. Yeah.
Said you were making fun of my Webbers or something?
Because he's still doing his thing.
Yeah, it was a dope show. We're killing over it with Tigers. We lost that. Just real brief.
Yeah, what happened?
Tigers, LAFC lost
against who?
Against Colorado.
This is
a couple days ago.
These are just U.S. teams fighting U.S. teams.
MLS. It's MLS.
What's the difference between MLS and FIFA?
Major League Soccer is like the American soccer league.
Okay, because then there's the Olympic one, and then there's the FIFA,
a bunch,
and then there's the European one too.
Yeah, there's just a bunch of them. Okay. Then there's the World Cup. There's okay. So there's a lot of them, but LAFC is strictly MLS. Yeah, so we lost, but it was it was a loss. We don't get many of them, but we.
Yeah. Well, what's the ranking? 5-1, 6-2. Like what's
right now?
Are you guys like just kicking it in the overall?
I mean, you
can lose one game.
Yeah, absolutely. That's why we're not even tripping.
Yeah.
After the game, we're like, oh, that sucks. Oh,
yeah.
Let's keep it pushing.
Was it close though?
Yeah,
like
we're number
1-1 or 1-2?
It was 1-0.
That's not bad. I like it when they're close. I don't like it when it's
we have 2 losses, 11 wins, 2 losses, 4 draws.
You guys are doing. Yeah.
We're number 1 right now.
Yeah. Hey,
we're number 1.
6 points ahead of the Carson team.
Fuck Carson.
Yep, that's right. God damn it.
I don't know.
I don't know who Carson is, but whatever.
We don't say their name.
Okay.
Is it Voldemort out here? He who shall not be named.
I really want to take you to Universal Studios, by the way, so you can experience Harry Potter.
I have a annual pass.
But you never went, right?
Who cares? No. Yeah, I'm down to go. You just tell me. You guys, all you guys got to do is tell me ahead of time.
I just want to see your face
fit into my schedule, and then we'll make it happen.
Dude, I haven't been to Six Flags or Disneyland in years.
Well, I wouldn't go in anything at Six Flags. I mean, you can try like Joe convinced me for 2 fucking hours to get on one ride, but
I mean, the last time I went on, what was it, Deja Vu? The shit pulls all the way back, right, like really high, and then just hangs you there. No, it just hangs you there for a while. You're just like, oh shit, and then it launches forward, right, and then once it hits its peak, it comes backwards, so you can't see what the fuck's going on, and then you get held up again, and it just keeps doing some.
That's
shit.
Deja Vu.
Yeah, I think that's what it was called.
I don't think that's Deja Vu.
No, wait.
Deja Vu is a full roller coaster.
No, Deja Vu isn't one. Deja Vu was. That's why it's called Deja Vu, because you repeat the motion twice.
Then
but I thought
Tatsu.
like you do it.
Tatsu wasn't even scary at all.
Tatsu's a similar ride though.
That shit was too safe. I was worried, and then when it started hitting, I felt the mechanics move, and I was like, wait a minute, the mechanism is way too safe. I feel no worries. Because I was scared. I'd never taken. I didn't ride a roller coaster for the first time for real until I was 18.
Okay.
I didn't even go to the zoo for the first time until I was 18.
God dang, Philly, we got a lot to experience, man.
Which means, are there any things you guys have not done so far that seems weird that you guys haven't done it at this age now?
Skydive.
Oh.
That I haven't done? Yeah, skydive.
Keenan, do you know what a titty feels like?
Like big old sandbags.
Oh, wait, my guy, are you a virgin?
Are you a virgin?
No, unless I've been doing it wrong. It goes in the belly button, right?
It goes in the belly button.
So you said skydive for you, Joe?
Yeah, I haven't done it.
But that's. I think I was saying that it's weird that you haven't done it yet. That's
I think
not
it's weird that I haven't done it.
Why?
Because I'm adventurous as fuck. I like to do
skydiving, paragliding, and all that shit. I ain't doing none of that, bro.
No. Oh, paragliding. That'd be dope.
What about snowboarding? We should do that. We can do that.
Right. I haven't even I especially won't surf because I can't really fucking swim.
You can't? No? But you were in the pool. Like,
yeah, no. So I can like
it's only 3 feet
swim
deep.
and shit. Yeah. But the minute my feet can't touch the floor,
Really?
anymore,
You freak
man,
out?
I get sick.
You can't
sick
doggy
anxiety.
paddle?
Yeah.
Okay.
But man, I'd rather not.
Resting on your back. Oh, okay.
I'd rather not.
You should do a
Resting
lot
on
of-
your back.
Yeah, backstrokes. Oh, but
Keaton wants that backstroke.
The left stroke's the death stroke.
Yeah, that helps a lot. Doing just letting you float.
I don't
That's
float. I have never been able to float. Like
You
as soon as I get
can.
no, dude. No one. People have
You
tried
can't
to
be
teach
that
me.
dense, man.
People have tried to teach me. I just do not float. They were even like, "Well, fuck, you need to relax." I was like, "I am relaxed.
Because he has.
I'm made out of adamantium."
Exactly. I was gonna say he has iron in his veins, but we all have iron in our veins.
Maybe I have too much iron.
I don't know. I don't know. I think
Actually, they told
I
me
think-
that one time when I donated blood.
you have
in high
too much
school.
iron.
Yeah, but it was weird because she was like, "Do you smoke marijuana because you have an abundance of iron?" I was like, "Is this a trick question?" Because in my head, I was like, "I definitely smoked a shitload of weed the day before I came to school with my cousins at home. We had a full on party. It was like,
Wait, can you donate blood with weed in your system?
I don't know, but I did, and they gave me some double cheeseburgers too."
Jesus. All right. Well, whoever's out there with some weed in their blood.
I was so high after I donated. Like
Yeah.
that shit makes you lightheaded.
Yeah, it
as
does.
fuck.
It makes you lightheaded.
Definitely does.
Needed that. double
Feels
cheese.
weird though. Ugh, feels weird. Needles.
Just getting your life force literally sucked from your body.
Yeah. You see your HP go
My
down.
HP bar, my HP meter.
Which makes me feel like super bad. Like like we have a family member who does dialysis, and I'm just like,
Well, that's tough.
fuck,
Doing
like,
it all the time. Yeah. They're trying to fix that machine to get it so that it's more portable. You know,
It's fucking ridiculous, dude. And you
Yeah.
know what? It's part of what I liked about the debates was they talked about it, man. It really is a place that keeps you sick. It treats your sickness, but never cures it. You
Well,
know
that's
what I
the
mean?
whole. I mean, they're working on things, but
'Cause
yeah,
it's a
it's a
$1
money.
million
It's a
fucking-
money thing.
Same thing with law.
All that stuff.
Lawyers and doctors, man, for all the good that they do in the world, and there's
Mhm.
a lot of good of them. It's a conflict of interest, man.
It's
Yeah.
because they need to maintain it. Because if
Yeah.
everybody's cured, like what do
What
they
was the
have to
point?
do? You
what
know
was
what?
the fucking point?
Right.
I mean,
It's fucked up.
same
man.
thing. If there was no need for entertainment, there'd be no need for me. Like, you know, I mean, like my job, as far as my job is concerned,
It's
like people need to make shows, or else, you know, there's no need for.
damn, but that's like going back past like modern Greek.
And the same thing
You
with
know what I mean?
politicians. If there were nothing, it was a.
If
there
we
was
all
really
agreed on
nothing to
everything, or
fix,
we all, yeah,
there would be no people to run. Really, like maybe just there'd be fewer for sure.
Mm.
There'd be a lot fewer, man. It's fucking ridiculous, man. How crazy is it that because of the economic structure that helps operate our society, we're forced to choose between integrity and real results or keeping things going. I actually often, when I work with clients, I'm often like, so this could be solved like this. But I know that other people, for example, when building a website, a lot of people that come to me have been working with a web developer who kept like some private hosting area where they were stuck working with that person because nobody else but that person knew how to operate the backend as opposed to a Squarespace or a WordPress or
Right.
other things. And it's fucked up, man, because they're like, oh no, I'm gonna keep
You're
my
basically
client.
holding them hostage.
Yeah.
So you can make that money.
And I've always been the opposite. I'm always like, no, fuck that. You don't. Not only do you not need them, you don't need this, and all you need to do
And
is
you
this.
don't need me.
But how far do you think you can go with that mentality? At least in America.
I know.
And in Los Angeles.
I know. But that's
can't.
the
You can't
bullshit,
go- you know.
man.
That's how we made it this way. It's going to be, I mean, maybe in 100,
And
200 years or so
I
it
never
can change.
keep people
But
like that, man. I never keep people like that. I always do the right job, no
Mhm.
matter what. And you're right. It fucking bites you in the ass.
and I think eventually, if you haven't,
Mechanics do the
do
same
the-
shit.
yeah.
You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
I mean, yeah, dude.
Isn't it fucked up?
Well, everything's designed to fail after a certain time.
Yeah. Built in, what's the word? Fuck.
Even our bodies.
I was gonna say that. Shit, caught me. All right.
Got you, baby.
Fuck
Don't
you.
you trip.
That's bullshit,
Yeah.
man.
It is.
Yeah, but we humans. It's human. It's a human thing. Humans. We've been doing this for centuries, millennia.
For millennia.
Nothing's really changing. I mean,
No.
fuck. I mean, if you really look at, thankfully we have the internet. You can see how people are. Everybody records everything. Everybody films everything. Everybody posts pictures of everything. Everybody puts their entire lives for you to see. If you were a sociologist or a psychologist, just look at the internet for like a couple days and you can see what humans are. And you'll see the history of what humans are. And it's the same. It's literally the same. If you don't think this shit was happening back in the 40s.
The Matrix.
Yeah.
Really.
This
is the fifth iteration of this system.
We've been screwing each other over since like, the conquistadors and even further back than that. And we were just talking about Genghis Khan earlier. I mean,
we're talking about it's all a race, and it's all a race for resources and those who want more of them and those who have less of them.
So should we really be searching for life on other planets? Because aren't we just going to go over there and fuck it all up?
Well, I mean, that's the theory, right? That they want to leave us fucking behind.
They're
going to move to a new planet and leave us with the shit that's about to blow up.
No, they're going to leave the poor here.
Pretty much, yeah. And then we're all going to fight each other.
It's going to be like a Gundam, right? Isn't there a Gundam series, a Gundam Wings? No, not
when they're out of space.
Mobile Suit series where there's like a space colony and
the
they're
Mars
the wealthy,
colony, yeah.
And then all the people who are on Earth
are the ones left behind. The Earth Federation. Yeah, I got you, baby. Don't trip.
Yeah, it's a joke. But what the fuck, man? Like that's a
so.
Real
where
thing.
are we? Do you think we're on the starting point of that happening?
Soon.
We don't even know what's at the bottom of the ocean, but we got Elon Musk, one of the brightest minds in the world, wanting to go out to space.
Yeah, there's so much in
space will make money.
Yeah.
Ain't no money at the bottom of the ocean so far.
No, just cures the cancer and shit. But I'm
supposedly somebody recently actually did start to develop not only a cure for AIDS, but it treats it to where it's almost imperceptible and non-transferable. And then there's also somebody that's working on the cancer cure right now.
Oh yeah, there's still stuff in the Amazon forest that we haven't found or discovered.
Bullshit.
And we're just tearing that up
again because it would put so many people out of the economy, like big pharma.
Mm-hmm.
Man, it's not even a secret anymore, man. At this point,
you basically got to distribute it in silence. Like, just don't tell anybody.
Yeah.
Oh, you're sick. Even if you find out there's cancer, it's like just take a drop of this or whatever, and then if they don't tell anybody. And
Dr. Sebi, right? Yeah.
Well, but not just so because Dr. Sebi was telling everybody his shit. He just kept it quiet,
and they fucking murked him.
He was telling everybody his shit. He had his hose on him.
Yeah.
He was like, "You don't need that shit." It's like a doctor will never prescribe the supplement CoQ10, but if you ask them about it, they're like, "Oh yeah, I take it for my heart." Oh yeah. Oh yeah. CoQ10 is the best thing an adult can take for their heart, and they'll never prescribe it. Why? Because they get paid the bucks from big pharma to pay fucking to prescribe you whatever the fuck they're giving.
No, this isn't. We're not saying that all doctors are like this.
Obviously not.
No,
all
I'm pretty
doctors
sure
are like this.
Yeah, dude.
It's like a fucking cop handing out little statute tickets. Like instead of going out there and solving real crimes, because that would then put them out, right? They develop more paperwork to keep more financial structures running.
Bureaucracy.
Bureaucracy, man. It's bullshit. That's like making up chores for your kid just because you don't want them to not have anything to do. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. I don't want them to just lay around all day. Here, you spill over a fucking like an ashtray. Clean this shit up.
Yeah.
Now, I was watching a documentary at work about the Mexican-American War, and the crazy thing, because we were talking about repeated history and stuff like that. The trippy thing I found out, and I'm trying to remember everything that I was hearing on this documentary, but there was a segment, and definitely correct me if I'm wrong, where it was like Texas wasn't really owned by Mexico. It's tripping me out because I'm not sure if I'm getting the information 100% right. Like they didn't fully own it, but it was a part of Mexico, but it wasn't like something that they had full control of. And at some point, just to bypass a bunch of the history part, Mexico wanted Texas to gain some money, and they opened it up to U.S. citizens at the time that were overall on the East Coast. Here's the crazy thing, and obviously repeated history. A bunch of the people that found out, white people, just started coming over in droves to Texas and started, overpopulating. And then Mexico put up a border. But more and more people from the U.S. just came over the border like it was nothing. And Mexico was like,
lock them up.
It was like, what are you trying to find out ways to keep them out of
Make
Texas?
Mexico great again.
Yeah, exactly. And then the American citizens that were in Texas started to band together and say, "We want Texas now."
Remember the Alamo.
And kicking out
Yeah.
Mexico. And they put under a term of call, and they got the U.S. government involved and wanted to annex. So they came up, this word annex, which is basically we're taking your shit.
As always.
And if you, but we're going to make it so that the people are trying to rise up against you, and it's not the U.S. involved. But then eventually the U.S. government did get involved. But it was so crazy seeing this go down. I'm like, this is exactly what's happening. But
it's what's always happening.
I was like, oh, holy shit! It was so awesome having documentaries on YouTube. It was like, why wasn't I given this information in high school? That would have been really cool, in the sense. But given given in a way, if the teacher was telling us, "Hey, everybody, so you're talking about."
No, and that's why we were talking about on a previous episode where they should teach you the tools of how to become a historian, and then encourage you to go out and do your own project that you're interested in.
Or the teacher just says, "Look, these are some of the things you could talk about that I know about, that I could impart in you. So, if you guys look through these topics, and then I'll teach you that shit."
But my love about it was that I was able to relate, not just relate, but go get that holy shit moment. All this stuff I'm seeing about people in the South getting crazy over Mexico and immigrants and coming over the border and stuff like that. To finally see that back in 1840s or 1830s, the roles were reversed, and a lot of U.S. citizens were doing what they're complaining about now. And I made that translation in my head. If the teacher did that, I think I would encourage that more. Be like, hey, kids, you think all this stuff that's going on in the U.S., you think that's legit, and maybe have like a little dialogue about it? Well, guess what? Your asses did that back in 1830s. And
teachers are beholden to a curriculum designed by LAUSD
and wound up going to war. Like,
it's real, man. I mean, first of all, the Americas belonged to no one until somebody designed the concept of property. They brought it from the fucking Atlantic Ocean over to the Pacific, dude.
So this is our shit. And then the U.S. citizens.
I mean, there were still like Aztec fucking like kings sacrificing virgins and shit, but
I mean, we weren't all perfect,
There's no such thing. Like, humans are just corrupt in general, man. Power will always corrupt. That's the thing. That's why I wonder, like, okay, so let's say in your own right, you guys suddenly became extremely fucking famous and influential. How much of that would you actually be like, I mean, maybe the rules don't apply to me the way they do to everybody else. Everyone succumbs to that shit, man.
I probably would try and do what Joe was doing, go into schools and tell them about the realness and stuff like that. I think if I had money and power, I think
you have to make that part of like the actual curriculum. Just what reality of life is like
for kids,
learning to cook, bring home ec back, bring
kind of the way Killer Mike was trying to do on his show. I mean, there was something I didn't agree with though. And like Killer Mike got into the little kindergarten class and he was like, "What's your dream?" He was like, "Well, it's not happening." He was like, "You need something more practical. You need to learn to be a fucking, like a plumber or an auto mechanic." And I'm like, not everybody needs to be doing that.
Yeah.
It's not good skills to have, but you don't have to, just because they need those skills doesn't mean you have to shit on someone's dream either.
And not everybody has to be a doctor or a lawyer or something like that.
They don't, but don't tell a little kid that.
Yeah, tell them when they're a teenager, when they're in high school.
He legit did it.
Yeah.
And even the teacher was like, "What the fuck? So this didn't go as planned."
You're like, but aren't you a rapper?
I know, right?
That was and then sure enough, he tried to get adults to do it. He was like, if I paid for your schooling, would you do it? And I think you saw it, right? And then he designed a porno video that teaches people how to do certain like changing locks and HVAC and all this other shit.
Hilarious.
Like that was his idea of
to convince people.
I was watching Zack and Miri yesterday. I forgot how great that movie was.
Seth Rogen movies are good, man.
That was more of a...
Not all Seth Rogen movies.
No, that was more of a...
You didn't like 50-50, huh?
That was a Kevin Smith movie.
Really? It was a Kevin Smith.
That's more of a Kevin Smith movie. That's why it's so good.
Yeah. Jay and Silent Bob.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
No, they have They have like 6 podcasts.
They do, Kevin and Smith. They do it over at the Cantina, the Skull and Villainy. Skull and Villainy.
He had like a
Scum.
close
Scum and
call
villainy.
with his heart or something
He
like
did?
that.
Yeah, he just
And-
recently had like a little mini heart
Yeah,
attack.
and like he said, it changed his perspective on life.
Yep.
Hardcore. Why is it?
I
why-
can't wait for my heart attack. Change my perspective of
It's
life.
called kids.
What is it about that, man? What is it about humanity? Like we have to like crash the fucking car before we go. You know what?
Yeah, pretty much, right?
I'm gonna get insurance.
You know what I mean? Like, we just don't fucking learn, man.
No, we don't. That's why we repeat history. We don't learn. We don't listen. Every kid has been told by their parents, "Hey, don't do what I did. Learn better." Those parents were told by their parents the exact same thing.
That's
and so
gotta
on
be
and
the
so
name of
forth.
the episode, bro. We don't learn, we don't listen.
Yeah.
It's kind of the overall theme of this podcast.
Yeah. We don't learn, we don't listen, bro.
Yeah.
God damn it.
Man.
So how was your Texas trip? You want
as
to talk
can
about
see,
that?
I'm
I know he's
peeling like a
tan. He's
motherfucker,
like,
man.
you can see the layers.
But
Like,
that, you don't even want to look at my neck, man. But that's because I was out with some photo
He's a
shoot.
redneck.
oh, I knew it. I knew it. He's a Republican.
Hey, not all rednecks are Republicans.
Goddamn right,
Most of
goddamn.
them.
And not all rednecks are rednecks, all right? Oh man, no, it was great, man. Honestly,
Take off your shirt. Let's see it.
you don't want to look. Just look at this.
Hey,
look
showing
at this
some
farmer
skin.
fucking tan, bro. I made me realize how white I actually really was, man.
Pretty much, man.
I thought I was Latino, dude. Found out I
You're-
was Fotino, dude.
You're a European Latino.
Dude.
Yeah.
So Texas, it's crazy because I was there when I was like 12, 13.
What's it like? What is it? Is it just dirt everywhere?
It's like a Florida with less water.
I don't know. I never been to Florida either.
Oh shit! You know when you go and you take a hot shower and then you come out and the room is still steamy but it's like wet too.
Okay.
Just imagine that all the fucking time. And then it rains every other 5-10 minutes and then there's thunder but no lightning.
Ooh, how would? Huh?
Oh, I'll give you a perfect example. You remember Fernando's bachelor party?
Yeah.
How the
it's like
weather
that?
was? Yeah, that's how it is.
Awesome. Well, we had a monsoon
Yeah.
during that time. That was sick.
But yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
But that's what it's
same
like
concept.
all the time.
It'll
Oh,
be
cool.
hot. It'll be
Okay.
humid, and then it'll rain, and then then it'll be a storm, and then it'll go away, and then
Yeah.
you'll be cool for like 4 hours, and then
But
it'll come back.
you know what's
Okay.
cool to see is like right now people they have houses out there for like 100,000. They're fucking.
I know.
dope, dude.
LA is major cities on East and West Coast.
I
is
don't
fucking
give
shit up.
a fuck.
Dude, and
yeah.
my sister moved into like this new community that's only like 10 years old. Texas has so much land that because nothing was the same, man. They
Yeah.
they built all these new fucking housing places, and it was just cool to see like a house and like knowing that that's like where my like little nieces and nephews are living, and just going like fuck, like it's crazy how the standard because they like the mortgage is like $1,400 a month, $1,300 a month
For like
you
an
know?
8-bedroom house
It's
with
crazy,
all that
man.
shit. Yeah.
Obviously, that you don't have the
You
Los
don't have the
Angeles
city.
lifestyle,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Right,
Could
which
you
is
do it?
Fine, but
What?
Could you live in the
No,
world?
fuck no. I
Oh,
would've
Joe,
fucking
because
Joe
you went out to
City.
Nashville, and it was pretty
Crazy.
similar,
Yeah,
right? Like
it's
out
the
that
same
way,
thing.
like same
Yeah.
thing, right? Like
Yeah.
Like one of my coworkers over in Nashville has like a fucking 5-bedroom house and
She's
pays
super
like
cool.
$1,800. You know,
and you were like, what?
I was like, damn, that's tight.
But it's not LA, so fuck it.
Go home.
Isn't that crazy, man? Like,
Yeah.
Who needs all that space? I mean, right, guys? Come on.
It's ironic because then you'll come home and you're sitting there in your apartment and you're like, man, fuck the fuck.
I know it gives you a reflection
I
on
don't know
life.
about y'all, but I love my apartment.
It's like, bro, ain't nothing got changed for me,
It does.
dude. I don't know, man. What is the American dream? You know what
Oh
I
shit!
mean?
It's Philly leaving the place. He's going to fucking
No.
Texas. Okay.
No.
American dream is different for everybody, but
Yeah.
it's generally the same.
I'm living
Happiness.
the
so-
American
People want a
dream right
family.
now,
They
man.
want. They
Joe
want,
is the
yeah,
American
that's
dream.
crazy,
I am the fucking American dream.
He
I
said,
do
I
what
am
I
the
want.
American dream.
Live how I want.
Pretty
Hey, the
much.
American
Love
dream
what
is
I
a
want.
songwriter, bro. What are you talking about?
The American dream.
Yeah,
Radio killer.
Okay.
crazy, man.
What's up?
Yeah. I
Terry
had that thought
Nash.
too. When somebody told me,
He just came out with an album
Who did?
recently. The Dream.
Yeah, I don't know, dude.
Like
honestly, like,
3 months
was
ago.
it any good? Because the last couple of songs came out with, I wasn't really feeling it. dude.
It. I hear that it's good. I haven't listened to it yet, but I will. What were you gonna say?
Oh, I thought we're just moving on. I was like, halfway.
No. I want to hear what you want to say before I continue this conversation.
Shit. All right, boss man.
We were talking about housing, or
Yeah,
what?
it was. No, I just wanted to add on your story about how I was told in North Carolina, I think it was, my friend was living in like a 2 or 3 bedroom apartment for only like $1,200 or
North
something
Carolina,
like
what's
that
up?
North Carolina.
And I was like, and then now you moved out to Sacramento and it's like $1,400 a month, but it's a 2-3 bedroom place. And it's like, oh, wow.
I mean,
It's crazy.
It'd be like that.
lifestyles, dude. Lifestyles, and it's really what makes you happy, man. I mean, if all your friends are out here in this place and you're like fine with where you are, you like your situation, like why move? I guess, happiness is really in the fucking, just like beauty in the eye of the beholder, right? Happiness, I think, and beauty are kind of the same thing, you happen to find it something that you don't mind keeping around, right? And so I don't know, man. It's tough because I saw the housing, I was like, cool, but then I drove around, and I was like, fuck,
Yeah.
There was like 8 gun clubs coming out of the airport.
Shit.
Yeah, I was like, damn, Texas really. And dude, people are allowed to open carry out there.
Yeah, they are.
It's less desirable to have it's actually like, no, people prefer if they just did it more concealed weapon. I'm like, no, concealed weapon's scarier, dude. 'Cause then you don't even know who's holding it.
It's kind of like the medieval times where you had swords and shit just out in the open on your clothes, whatnot.
It's crazy to me, man. Crazy.
Everything's reckless in Texas.
Hey.
What's up?
Did you see anybody with like a AK
Houston,
strapped on
stand
their
up.
back or
San
anything?
Antonio, stand
No,
up.
but-
Dallas, stand up. What up?
No, but apparently, a rifle and a shotgun are like the automatically protected by the Constitution.
Yeah, there was I remember seeing at a Trump rally or whatever. This dude had like not an AR-15. What is it? M14 on his back. Just just in a large
Going
public.
to Walmart and shit, dude.
No, it was a rally. It was basically a Trump rally.
No shit.
And this dude had this huge assault rifle just strapped on his back, and you see it, and it was like, it was crazy. Nobody
That's
bats an eye.
just stupid, man.
Yeah.
That's people who don't know how to use their hands as weapons, bro.
Yeah.
But then again, it's like Lupe Fiasco said, right? No amount of karate class will keep you out of body bags. Some people are like, fuck it, I'll just blast you.
Yeah, pretty much. I wonder how crazy it would get if it'll get like, oh, you can now open carry missile launchers or something like that, or like rockets.
We may get there one day, man. We may fucking get there one day, man. I don't know.
I hope I'm around to see some Gundams. That would be kind of cool, because I know Japan got some Gundams working on.
No, mechs. They're not called Gundams.
What are they
They're called
called?
mechs.
What's Gundam?
A Gundam is a specific type of mech.
That's what I'm saying.
You're not walking around in a Gundam.
Why not?
Cause you'd be wrong.
My
Yes,
thing
how,
is,
Sway, how?
Gundams are fictitious.
Whatever.
They don't
can you
exist.
imagine what type of
Mechs
actual
exist.
what type of actual weaponry is really being used out there in the field that we don't even know about? Dude?
Oh, yeah, there's probably
Gundams
some-
are made of Gundanium. They are. That's what makes a Gundam a Gundam.
It's like adamantium. It just doesn't exist.
Yeah. That's exactly
So
what
wait,
makes it.
so the show is called Gundam because there are Gundams.
They're mechs made of Gundanium.
Yes.
And that's why they're called Gundams.
Okay.
It's a specific type of metal,
Yes.
reinforced metal that a standard mech.
Do they
can't
get it from
really
Gangnam
get.
Style?
So how do you know we don't have something similar to that type of material today?
But they wouldn't be called Gundams.
Well, it might
They'd be
be
called
They'd be
some
called
other bullshit.
whatever that material is. EMs.
But I'm just saying Gundam because that's more familiar. But they could
Right,
be
right.
called something else. Kinda
Mobile suits though. Mobile
Mobile
suits. I'll do
Yeah.
mobile suits.
Iron Man shit.
Mechs.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I had
Well-
a design for one.
Fuck you, Keenan.
Fuck you.
Oh, this is
Don't
all
you
just
tarnish
about,
Gundam's name.
Well, I'm not tarnishing it. I'm embracing it. I'm bringing it out in the open. You know how many people listen to this podcast?
A lot.
He's like, I'm trying to get new clientele, man.
Try to get my people
Let me
out
tell you something, man. I make a mean pot roast. Let me tell you right now. Like, what?
Dude, I saw a barbecue on the corner cookout thing, kind of like how you see those taco places pop up on the
Wow.
corners.
Oh, really?
Of course, this was on Slauson and fucking Western, but
That's the right thing to do though,
Yeah.
man. Like, why can't you do a barbecue in the corner like tacos
Yeah.
do the shit on the
Yeah,
corner?
Absolutely. dude.
Why not?
I
Same
could have
shit.
swore it was illegal to open up shop on a street.
No, not anymore.
Really?
Not anymore.
Not anymore.
God.
You could get vendor permits, yeah.
But do you think everybody has a vendor permit?
Who cares?
I mean,
I don't
just
know.
it's literally like 30
If
bucks.
the food is finger licking good, who cares?
Well,
Taco vendors forever didn't have permits,
Yeah.
and you still went to a taco fucking.
Exactly.
And
That's,
if the tacos are really good, the cops won't even fuck with them.
Oh,
I know
really?
the tacos be like,
Really?
yo, Slide them this way. Slide them this way, you dirty
every now and
Mexicans.
then, though, every now and then, you see the cops pulling over the little lady making the
I saw
puss
that.
ass
Yeah,
and
yeah,
shit,
yeah,
and
yeah.
you're just like,
Oh man.
Okay, so what's morally? What would you do morally?
right. So I get it.
Because you know they're breaking the law, but at the same time, it's their livelihood.
probably
But
buy
they're
one.
not going to go against the cop.
they're
because
not
the
even
cop is
breaking a
doing it?
law. They're breaking a
A
statute.
a statute.
And
But
it's
also,
fucked up because
but the cop is adhering to the statutes
Of
of
course.
the
yeah.
city.
Of
You
course.
know, like
because
so
they don't
who's-
have
who's
anything
really in the
better to
wrong?
do, man.
But it doesn't matter. The cop is
Yeah.
still upholding the law
Yeah.
or the
it's
statute.
Yeah.
You
So
know?
how many murders? I don't know.
Too many.
This guy.
That's the right answer.
Go ahead.
Here's
Joe.
a murder.
Okay.
Kevin Durant going to the fucking Nets. How about that?
Oh god.
Damn it.
Ray, where you at?
We don't even know if it's a. He's saying that he's going to commit, but it hasn't happened.
Is it
yet,
money?
so
There's lots of
it's
like
money.
how much-
It's a lot
Tarantula.
of money. Yeah, it's a
Yeah.
lot of money. Anyway, that's not.
Where
neither
else
here
would he
nor there.
go? Well, the Lakers or something?
No, he wouldn't have gone to the Lakers. There were talks that he was either going to go to the Knicks or the Nets.
The Knicks have been trying to pick up people for years, and they haven't.
For this
Like-
this offseason, they're
Yeah.
0 for 3 because they wanted Zion, but he went to the Pelicans.
Mhm.
They wanted Kyrie, but he went to the Nets, and they wanted KD, and now he's going
So
to the
why is
Nets.
everybody avoiding the New York Knicks? What's up with that?
Because they're the New York Knicks.
That's
They've had
fucked
a
up.
horrible front office for years.
God damn.
Haven't won a title in over 20 years.
Yeah,
Like,
and it's New York. They should be as equivalent as Los Angeles in their
What?
backup teams,
right now,
right?
they kind of are. I
Oh,
mean, with the
yeah,
exception
yeah.
of now that this.
But it's
this
cool because
season-
California's got the 49ers, the Raiders, the Warriors, the Lakers, the Clippers, fucking
The
everything.
Kings.
Kings,
Yeah.
Ducks. I mean,
and
California,
the Sacramento Kings too.
Yes,
I'm
and
talking
then-
about-
and then all of San Diego. I mean, like California
yeah.
has crazy shit. Like we have. I mean, we're number one. We're
we have
number
a
one.
shitload of
We're
teams.
number
Yeah,
one.
I
throughout-
mean, we have agricultural shit. We're supplying most
yeah,
of American
California.
agriculture.
Yeah, California has 1, 2, 3, 4 basketball teams.
Mhm.
We have 1, 2, 3,
We have four football
Four.
teams.
football teams.
California, fuck
We have
yeah.
1, 2, 3, 5 baseball teams.
5 baseball. Wait, is
Why don't
it
you guys get off California?
Anaheim.
Dick?
Anaheim?
Anaheim,
Dodgers,
Giants,
Giants,
Dodgers, Oakland Raiders.
No, I thought
Not
it was
Raiders.
baseball.
Oakland A's,
Oakland A's.
and
That's
then
4.
doesn't. I guess Sacramento doesn't have a baseball
Sacramento
team.
doesn't have a
Fuck, maybe it is 4. We're
It
all
is
4, 4, 4, 4, 4.
Yeah.
4 everything.
hockey.
We only have like
Sharks,
2, right? Sharks, Ducks,
Ducks,
Kings.
Kings.
I think we only have.
No,
Is there a Santa Cruz one? No.
no.
I could have swore we had. Maybe we do have 4, but I don't know. We have a bunch of soccer teams. We have a lot of female teams. We have a whole bunch of shit.
Yeah, there's
Galaxy.
Yeah.
yeah. Anyway,
California's
we got a shitload of
rocking it.
sports, Yeah.
We got snow. We got the beach. We got desert. We don't have a forest
What
like
is
a
this,
like a
fucking
rainforest.
infomercial to invite people to move out here?
California, where you will be poor, but it'll be real nice. That's
Yeah,
gonna
dude.
be the song.
That's what it is,
California,
Yeah.
you will be
We just
poor,
gotta-
but you'll see some beaches.
We got to figure out about the homeless thing though. That's
It's
wild.
getting worse.
There's
Worse
nothing to
and
figure
worse.
out. It's gonna get worse. It's gonna get.
Jesus.
It may never actually improve, man. I mean, they may just use that as a device to continue to scare
But
the
why
shit out
now?
of anybody so that nobody fucking quits their jobs.
Because I mean, like, we didn't get a gross population of homeless people back in the 70s and 50s. Like, why now of all times of period?
because California is so prosperous and all other states are fucking
But we've always
incapable
been-
of sustaining that, so they're they're literally putting them on
Buses and
sending
I
them
saw
out
that.
here,
There's
man.
like a map showing where everybody's being sent to.
and you know we're the asylum state, bro.
Yeah.
Who sent them?
Dude, like all Midwest, East Coast.
Mhm.
Are they sending?
There's a
them?
map that shows the.
Show me the Carfax.
Oh
They
shit.
show me that. I'll find an article for you.
Because
We'll
a
send
lot
it to
of
you.
a lot of homeless people are from here.
They are too. Yeah,
I believe that
yes.
too, though,
Yeah.
because you can become homeless out here pretty quick, if you
Pretty
don't make the right
fast.
fucking
You-
moves.
Within days.
Yeah.
You can see it because a lot of these homeless people that are transients from other cities,
Mhm.
they're not coming with anything.
Yeah,
They're just coming with whatever they can carry.
Mhm.
But all these encampments, that's people have their shit, like
Yeah.
their shit. So
Even
those
worse,
people
they
are
definitely
from
travel.
here. Yeah,
Well, they're in campers and stuff. They've
not
traveled.
all of them though.
There's a lot of people that live in campers too, though.
But
man.
look
Yeah.
at the campers. A lot of those campers have California license plates.
Yeah.
For sure,
I'll
dude.
relook.
I know.
Yeah.
I know because
Yeah.
There's a bunch
where-
right in front of your house.
yeah, right in front of work.
Oh, work. Yeah.
Right in front of work, it's all campers.
Yeah.
So I see it, like for sure.
Do you talk to them?
No, absolutely not. I kick them out. Like they try to fucking park in front of our building, and
Yeah.
I'll call the city, and be like, "Yo,
move
these guys are
Yeah.
fucking."
Even the
yeah.
churches, I seen some of them hanging around this church during midday, and then the people came out from the church like, "Hey, you guys gotta this is God's territory. You homeless people get out of here." Like, God,
it's a real thing, man.
yeah.
It's a real thing.
So I mean, I wish there has to be some sort of gain from it too that you can possibly get out of it instead of because they're saying that they
There's
provide
no
a lot
money
of
in homeless
trash.
people.
There's a lot of
In fact, we ended up raising money with one of the initiatives locally
Mm.
in California, and then bought them all tents so that they can set
is that
up.
where they get the tents from?
Yeah, dude. A lot of those are from organizations that raised money supposedly to help them, but instead of actually providing them housing, we gave them tents.
I was wondering why, because some of those tents look really nice, and I was like, wait a minute.
Yeah, dude. They were gifts from tax dollars, American tax dollars.
Wow. And there's
Not in my America. I'll tell you that right now.
Oh, definitely in my America. That's definitely happening.
what's the end game? What do you think the end game will be? Do you think just the
There's
whole?
no end game, bro.
The end game is we're gonna put them all on ships and say, "Look, we're gonna send you guys to a beautiful island," and then we're just
Hawaii.
gonna dump them. Like there's gonna be a helicopter and the captain and shit. They're gonna go out. It's gonna be on a freight ship, right? They're gonna go out into
It's
the
gonna be
middle of the
televised.
Pacific, going into the middle of the Pacific, like they're going to Hawaii or some bullshit.
You drug them up first.
The ship will stop. All the homeless people are like, "What's going on?" The captain's gonna get on the helicopter and be like, "So long, suckers!" with the fucking trigger goes up in the air.
Oh God! Damn.
Serving them turkey dinner so they don't ask questions and
Exactly.
shit. You know what I mean?
Oh my God!
You've been selected.
Man, woman, and children. Dead,
And
dead, dead.
They come back to pick up the next batch. They're like, what happened to all of them? Oh, well, we've actually helped them relocate and establish their lives again.
God.
Really?
They live in an island, man. Come on,
Oh,
hop on this boat.
Oh, man.
Damn!
You know,
America.
it's fucked up, but, you know, it's not far from what could be possible.
Listen,
Yeah, bro.
you gotta fucking what's the fucking battle royale?
Oh, yeah.
Remember?
The Japanese movie?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What was it? No, is that what it's
Battle
called?
Royale?
Battle Royale.
Yeah,
right?
Battle Royale, where they send
Yeah.
the students on the
They
island.
send them all the bad kids. You go kill each other off.
Mhm.
If you survive, cool. You deserve to be part of society. If not,
That's like the people who film bum fights. Have you seen that shit?
Yeah. That used to be a big thing.
Yeah, like it was a moneymaker, dude.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
fucked up.
I remember
Bum
seeing
fights.
one. It was crazy because I was with this church group and they were supposed to go out and like talk and make friends, not
Do
friends,
you
but
fuck
like
with the Lord?
do you fuck with the Lord?
they're supposed to try and make it not so bad wherever they're at. You know, talk to them, make them seem like they're human and not ignore them. And they wind up getting into a fight. And I was telling the whole group, like, why are we out in like this crazy area that we're not supposed to be at night? This is in San
You were
Francisco.
the church group watching bum fights.
Pretty-
That's some shit, man. That's some cold shit.
Pretty much, man.
But it's absolutely true.
yeah.
That's crazy to me.
Yeah.
Man. Let them fight for the Lord's bread. I don't want the Lord's chips today.
Damn. Yeah, that's some hardcore shit. But
Dude, life is cold as fuck, man. But at the same time, it's fucking amazing, man.
what's some good
Just gotta
things that been going on?
capitalize on your life, man.
You got some good things
Capitalize
going
on opportunities. Capitalize on everything.
Yeah.
You just can't
That's
be
what I
a
do.
fucking lazy slob. That's
You gotta
all
do
it
something.
is. You've got to contribute to your society in one way or another. That's all it is, man.
Well,
Mike
I mean,
Mike
you
contribute.
okay.
Go ahead.
Because the local
Go ahead.
business
can-
is still
for
contributing
me-
to society.
Speak
Obviously,
on
the
it,
way
Joe.
I think of shit is, if you want to be
Damn.
lazy,
You smell
What?
that? I'm sorry, man.
if you want to be lazy, you could be as lazy as you want to be, but also contribute equally.
Yeah.
Like, do as much work as you want to be lazy. You know,
sorry, Joe.
What?
I'm so sorry.
No,
I
you
took
can't smell it, but
I took my
do.
shoes off because I was like my feet
We're throbbing.
Yeah. And so as soon as I took them off, I could smell them. And I was like, oh shit. So I looked at Philly and I was like, can you smell? I was like, oh, I'm
As you
sorry.
started to put them back on, I was like, why? What happened?
Thanks
and I
for
was like,
airing that out on the pod. That's real attractive, Keenan.
My shoes
The
have
lady's
been
gonna
off
be
for the
crawling all
whole
over you.
thing. Oh man.
You guys remember? You guys remember that episode of Family Guy when they all get invited to like Quagmire's house, and then Cleveland like right before he gets in because Quagmire's like, everybody take off your shoes. This is a no shoe house. And then Cleveland's like, oh shit, he was like, I can't go in because of my horrible athlete's foot. And then like right before he goes in, he's like, I can't come in because of my horrible. And then he just dips. That's Keenan right now.
Oh,
Not that he has athletes with him.
it was
He's
so
probably-
bad.
It was just because it's funny because I showered. I just picked some socks that I could find. I don't know if they're dirty
Jesus,
or not.
Keenan.
It's not the socks,
Ah.
it's the shoes, man.
Well, the shoes. Yeah, the shoes. I don't know.
Have
Are
you
you
had-
supposed to wash shoes or you put them in
No, but
laundry?
you can't. You should. Ideally, you should. I mean, it's not.
Is that a thing?
It's not everyone's. It's not within everyone's reach. But you shouldn't wear your shoes day to day. Like you might want to take a day
Damn,
off.
I
and
wear my
switch them
shoes
out.
every fucking day.
Yeah, because then you sweat in them. and whatever.
Yeah.
They get no chance to air out.
Fuck. This
So,
whole fucking.
That's why you want to have
buy
at
some
least
shoes.
one or two, or like when you get home, wear your sandals
Mhm.
instead, or whatever.
Yeah.
You know. But if you're just wearing your shoes all day long until you go
Damn.
to sleep,
Fuck.
yeah.
Fuck. Well,
Yeah.
life lesson learned today. Yes.
Yeah, today.
I know. After
He
30
said,
some
he
years.
said, I was today years old.
Yo. Yesterday, I found out that the razor, because I use Dollar Shave Club, right?
Mhm.
So they send me razors. The razor that I use, that I've been using for like 5 years,
Has a
Yeah.
blade on the back.
has a blade on the back for like the clean lines.
That's
Oh,
why-
is that how you look so clean? right
Yeah.
now?
That's how Joe
crazy.
lined it up. He was like, oh.
Oh, okay.
Because like with a razor, it's hard to like do edge
Mhm.
ups and do
Mhm.
all that shit. You need like a single blade for it. So the
Yeah.
back of the
Mhm.
razor has a single blade. And I was
They
like,
thought
what
of
the
everything, those
fuck?
motherfuckers.
Here's the thing though. Like I was like, how did I fucking miss this?
Mhm.
So I go onto their website and there's no
There's no
information that it has it. So I was like, okay, so I'm not tripping.
Mhm.
I didn't just get this and completely miss that it had a razor in the back. It just doesn't like they don't advertise it, which is like
Yeah.
a trip to me because that's a fucking great thing to
Well,
advertise.
welcome to the man club, Joe. Look at him. He's like, oh, fuck you.
Welcome
bitch.
to the man
Where's your
club.
razor?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Talk about man.
damn.
Look at my beard.
Yeah.
Man.
Man.
Speaking of dope,
Keenan's like, so shoes.
speaking of dope animes,
It was so funny because it was like I didn't know it was that bad. It was like I showered. I,
I
could've
saw
sworn I
it
showered.
because my shoes have been off for a while, right? I just put them back on like after sweating. I was like, oh shit. But I
Keenan's
saw
was
when Keenan was like, oh, he took them off and he was like, oh shit. By the way, he was like, that's probably not a good idea in closed doors.
that is okay.
Yeah.
All right.
But I smelled
Hey, we're
good
having
everywhere
fun,
else.
guys. Hey,
Yes.
it's Sunday.
Hey, Sunday.
Last day of the month. Hey.
Anime.
Yes, before Keenan goes on his month-long July goodbye sabbatical.
From
Yes, I already turned down several July 4th
party life.
events, and I said no, even to certain family members.
I've been doing it for years, Keenan.
Yeah.
I still haven't been able to save money because I just moved that over into food.
Well, the thing is, yeah,
Pretty bad.
the thing is that if there's times where like I don't feel like cooking, sure I'll go down the street.
How often is that?
Right now it's every fucking day. so the whole point of this whole thing is trying. I remember for the past 2 weeks I spent $15 on food, which is amazing.
Every day?
No, I used to spend $10 on breakfast, $10 on lunch, $10 on dinner. Like I said, I had a $900 a month food budget, which is crazy. So ladies,
most people do. Most people do.
yeah, but I found out that I could, and I'm not eating as much too. The idea is, but like the feeling of wanting to eat,
Mhm.
it doesn't have that much. But I bought 2 cereals and some granola and almond milk for like $10.
And that's all you've been eating?
for breakfast. That's all I've been eating for breakfast for 2 weeks.
Damn.
And then for lunch, or no, it's not for lunch, but lunch and dinner would be like leftovers. So I split the lunch up. So $10 for 2 weeks, plus maybe $5 a day for lunch to go into dinner. that cuts me out hugely.
There's strategies,
but I got to find the right stuff. It's all about finding the right types of food. And thankfully, there's a place called Grocery Outlet not too far from my work that is super. It's like
Sounds real healthy.
I know it's like leftover.
Don't give them free advertising, man. What the fuck?
The Grocery Outlet where you can get your almost expired food. This can of fucking corn is set to expire next week, so you can get it for the very low price of 99 cents.
And it's great, and it lasts 2 weeks. So
corn.
I found a method. So I'm gonna try. And I've been working on my drone. So I've been building that. I'm getting back into the engineering stuff.
Keenan's productivity. Your stock is rising, number 2.
Yeah. So that's the idea. So please don't invite me to anything because I hate I'm trying to learn to say no to people. So that's going to help out. And don't fucking get a hotel room with a bunch of bitches want to fuck me because that's messed up.
I'm not going to do that for you.
Okay, thank you.
I don't know, man.
All right.
No, I understand.
You don't want to spend money on
It's tough, dude. You know, everybody's got their lives, everybody's got their lifestyle, and you're just trying to because the patterns that you've been carrying out aren't working for you anymore. You're trying something new. All I can do is say like, congratulations, man, that you're actually taking steps to see if you can change your circumstances.
Today's the last day.
How many people actually fucking do that? You know, very few people take steps to change their circumstances. If they're unhappy, they'll just stay unhappy.
Well, let's not get ahead of ourselves.
I'm not saying that everybody has to change their survival. Right.
I'm that asshole.
Yeah, damn.
You're gonna have to prove it to Joe. How's that for some accountability?
I'm gonna have a calendar that says "fuck Joe."
Try.
Every day that you succeed, you can throw an X on the calendar and call Joe and say "fuck you."
Well, I just bought this.
He's gonna be like, he's easy to call me like, Joe, this is your daily fuck you call. Okay, I will talk to you later.
Just click. I'm gonna do that for 30 days.
Hey, it's more than you call me now.
Oh,
bitch. Kidding, I love you.
Hey, when was the last time you guys actually called your friends though? Like nobody calls each other anymore.
He did.
I called.
Well, he did.
Yeah. Last week.
2 weeks ago. Oh, last week.
It was last week.
But I did call you to see how you were doing.
Keenan did
this
call
week.
me too, though.
And I did twice.
Keenan's a good friend. I'm not. I'm not a good friend. I don't call anyone.
We call each other.
Yeah. We need to start playing some video games online with each other. We haven't done that.
Whoa. One step at a time, player.
Yeah. I'm trying to get you on that Witcher 3 though. I've been playing it recently again.
I can't get it
because you said you haven't gotten into the story yet, but you don't really. There's so much.
Wait, what game?
No, but I honestly
don't
want to play Witcher. Oh. I don't want to play Witcher. I don't really care to play.
It's wizards and witches.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, but you're basically this character who hunts beasts and demons and stuff like that.
I'm the guy that see,
but it's the other stuff, not the gameplay of the story mode, but it's all of the potion combining and stuff like that.
And alchemy,
the alchemy and like the metallurgy and all that stuff.
Have you ever thought about going to Comic-Con to pick up, Keenan?
Comic-Con to what?
To pick up?
I did. Oh no, not Comic-Con. E3 I tried.
Dude, Comic-Con. I feel like you would find a nice girl you can relate a lot to.
Nope.
Have you been to Comic-Con?
Nope.
Just that one time you invited me. There's not a lot of girls.
It's different.
Yeah. I think
you're not going there to pick up on anybody.
I don't think there's any chance or opportunity.
You sure?
I would not do it like that.
Now I have to get some Comic-Con tickets and pick up just to show you.
Okay.
I'm pretty just at the actual event. I don't think so. You'd have to go to an event outside of it.
I kind of agree with that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it's more likely. Yeah,
maybe there was almost an opportunity at WonderCon in San Francisco, but it was like 10 years ago. There was barely anybody there.
Or like one of those Final Fantasy Symphony things, dude. There'd be some. I mean, I'm just gonna put it out there. There'd be some Macalicious ones out there. I'm
sure for a Mac Daddy. Probably in any scenario.
Like, but not for Keenan.
Any scenario is an opportunity. Yes.
To
try. Not to say that you can't either, but
it's the environment. I don't know if I would even attempt to try.
Yeah.
In that kind of environment.
It's coming up October.
Even in a video game environment at like E3. Like I said, I spent the first time I was at E3, all I did was go around and like hit on girls and stuff like that.
But did you see anyone that you were like, that person I'd like to get to know?
Nope.
No?
Nope.
And a lot, you wouldn't even know them to begin with because they're in cosplay. So,
and a lot of
these kids are trying to be in character and bullshit.
And some of the ones that are like really risque and stuff like that, they're just doing it for their Instagram modeling and stuff like that. It's not really.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Well, you want to be a booker, booking agent, manager, you know, man. A reciprocal relationship.
Maybe
just throwing it out there. I don't know, man. There's a will.
Anime
there's a
Expo
way.
is this weekend.
But just because it's nerdy stuff doesn't mean that's
No,
that's
that
my
is
girl.
necessarily,
Like
yeah.
I kind of don't even want a girl who's all into the stuff I'm into. I want to be able to
You don't
learn.
want that, huh?
I want to learn something else from some other experiences and stuff like that. Hence the whole oceanography person. So I can, I feel like I can get more out of a relationship if it has to be sort of like a 60 40 or 70 30, probably 70 30. So the other way
70,
around.
30 as far as what?
As far as 30% of the stuff that we're connecting on is stuff that we're 30% of it is Star Wars, maybe some video games, stuff like that. But the other 70% has to be like, I don't know,
BDSM or something like that, yeah.
Or maybe it's like astrology, not astrology. Astronomy. No, astrology, the study of the stars.
Yeah.
I like that stuff, but I don't know a damn thing about all that stuff.
Right.
But to have somebody who's maybe a meteorologist, that'd be kind of cool.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean,
meteorologists don't know what the fuck
I don't
they're
know.
talking. They're reading the prompt.
We need to
Get
go
the fuck
hiking.
out of here, my guy. Hey,
We got to go hiking, you guys. We got to go out in the desert at night and look at the fucking universe at night with my fucking smoke pipe, with my Gandalf pipe and shit.
My guy, have you seen YouTube? It's one of the best inventions ever. Why I need to go to the fucking canyon? I could watch that shit from YouTube. I do Google Earth and shit. You know what I mean? Just look at the Grand Canyon from Google Earth.
Seeing a meteor shower out in the desert, it's pretty fucking awesome.
Actually, having gone to San Antonio, I think I want to finally take a trip to San Francisco. I haven't done it, so
we gotta do that. I gotta.
I'm just afraid of going with you guys because you guys are gonna want to
take them to Castro.
I'm there in August, and it's after Keenan's sabbatical. So,
oh jeez.
There we go.
I'm already down.
See, my idea of going to Frisco is like going to a bookstore.
There's plenty of stuff in the Bay like that. I mean, I've taken the trip of driving multiple times. I have no problem doing it on just a weekend. I've done it before. But the idea is to show you around the city, get you some. What?
Oh, wait, no. Wait. Oh, yeah. Yes.
Okay, you're confusing us. What is that?
But I don't want to do the crazy things like Golden Gate and Alcatraz and all that bullshit.
I never do anything tourist anyways.
I'm going to be there for First Fridays.
Of August?
First Fridays.
Okay.
In Oakland.
What's First Fridays?
You never been to First Fridays?
I don't know what the fuck that is. What is that? What's a First Friday?
Downtown Oakland shuts it down, and it's like a street party. First Fridays in Oakland.
Oh, I missed out on that.
Yeah, because you stayed in the city.
Fuck you. I was in Oakland.
How are you going to miss out on First Friday if you were there for 4 years?
8 years.
So that tells me you were in the city most of the time.
Well, most of the time, but I could still go. It wasn't that hard to get on the other side of the bay, taking the BART, It's easy. It's like 30 minutes. I've done a lot of trips to Oakland. No.
But you were never there for First Friday? You didn't live Oakland.
You didn't
live Oakland.
But I want to go to the Muir. I want to go to the Muir Woods and shit like that.
Muir Woods is north. That's out of San Francisco.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
It's not that far though.
It's not that far, but you want to see the redwood trees and all that stuff.
Yeah, I just want to check it out.
There's lots of good hiking spots, even in Oakland. All right.
Yeah, there are.
I mean, I don't know the Golden Gate Bridge, all that shit. Sure, but I don't want to do like Alcatraz. The fuck?
No.
Why do I want to look at a prison and be like, that's where they all died?
No,
I don't get it.
That's where 4 people escaped from. Was it 4?
I think only 3 people actually escaped and lived. There's been plenty of escapes, but they died in the waters.
Yeah.
I mean, just like why would I want to see that?
4 people actually.
I don't understand that appeal.
I don't know.
But then again, there's people who are like into criminology and all that shit.
But see, taking you to San Francisco just to go to Muir Woods is like, well, we're just going to see a national forest. We want to take you and show you the city.
Well, yeah, I want to see the city too. I want to see some of the food out there.
You know what I mean?
Huh? Whatever.
Fuck you, Joe. Man,
Mission's different now, man.
It is very different. It used to be like raunchy as shit, but it's got gentrified and it's all nice. They have like glitter on the streets and shit on the sidewalk. It's ridiculous. But wait, what you got? You had a whole bunch of stuff you wanted to get off your chest. Besides that,
We've segued out of a lot of
We
them.
did? Oh, fuck. Well, let's get to at least 2 of them that you really want to go over.
I don't see anything on Trello, dude. What the fuck? My Trello must be outdated because
yeah.
I only see like 4 things here.
Yeah, no, I just didn't put you guys on them.
Oh.
Well, one of them we had kind of touched on slightly towards the end of last week's episode
Mhm.
when we had Sean on. But remember, I was like, I kind of want to save it for when Philly gets here.
Oh, okay.
It was about that. There's an app that was released like a month or two ago where it allows you
talked
to,
about that.
it allows you to purchase an artist's royalties.
Which is crazy. I still think it's a scam.
I know.
I'm pretty
It's
sure
weird.
that it just hasn't gotten around to being
A legit scam.
called out, but I'm pretty sure it's a scam because there's a lot of videos that
This is weird,
you
right?
can create a sponsored ad, and because it's a computer based approval. They say it's a human based approval, but there's no way because
Everybody would have to be watching every single thing.
Yeah.
As long as you meet certain guidelines, probably it's like, oh, approved.
Exactly.
Boom, boom, boom.
Exactly. They're looking at like structure, how many if it's too wordy or whatever. So, dude, it's for sure a scam, and people are losing money. Not just artists, but in particular people who sign up for that service. That probably
I
doesn't
just
even
thought I
fucking
was like,
exist.
what the fuck? Like,
There's no
who
way,
would
bro.
have the audacity to sell?
It
like,
would be the biggest fucking news on ASCAP and BMI.
But it's not?
I haven't seen any of
Okay.
that. It would
Okay.
be the biggest news because those protection societies,
Mm.
are responsible
Mhm.
for collecting the monies.
Yeah.
Mm.
So whatever. Okay, then never mind. We won't touch that.
Okay.
I don't know how big.
Silence.
No.
Oh, no.
This isn't so much as big for you guys as it is for like somebody like me who actually deals with logistics and things of that nature.
I deal with logistics.
Okay, don't leave Keenan out, bro.
Come
You know
on,
how he
man.
feels about
I'm
that.
in the industry too.
So anyways,
All right.
you were saying,
How about this question? How come you're such a schoolboy bitch?
Ooh. Hey, no,
I was gonna say something, but
no
I
touching, no touching of the hair or face.
Now wait, what were we gonna say?
no, I wasn't gonna
Ah,
say.
come on.
No,
I wanna hear it.
okay, so just
Punk ass.
Keenan
man.
wants to be insulted.
was just-
bro.
I do.
recently announced that Uber is now doing freight.
Wow.
What do you mean?
Yeah, like you can Uber freight.
So Uber has
I thought you did
giant
logistics.
semi trucks.
Oh, fuck you. No,
Oh, eat my dick,
suck-
bitch.
suck-
Yeah.
You know, logistics is a broad term.
So they have semis now.
So they're in the
yeah they've
transportation,
partnered with a bunch of carriers
Yeah,
where
like
you can send
like FedEx, like an Uber
packages,
FedEx.
shit like
I know
that.
about that.
No, but officially now, because for the longest time you could do it. You could use Uber as a runner.
Yeah,
You'd be like, yo,
yeah.
boom.
But that
now they're doing cross country shit where they've partnered with like
Oh.
logistic companies that do that ship.
What's the benefit of doing it that way instead of through like the postal service?
I don't know what the benefit is yet.
Okay.
I don't know if
It
the
definitely
rates are
affects
low.
the industry, though. Huh?
It will absolutely affect the industry because now you could do parcels. You could do, if I need to send, some decks, I could do it through
Or
Uber.
drugs.
I'm
Drugs
pretty
and
sure
weapons,
it's
you
still
can
right?
a
no
little
longer
more-
throw on you. What?
And I'm just saying, how would you stop somebody from sending weapons and drugs through an Uber?
You
put it in
can.
a box.
Yeah,
and
but
then you're
I'm pretty sure that they're going to take steps towards watching that because obviously you have to have paperwork for whatever you're sending.
is that's what they said, or
Yeah, the bill.
No,
the
that's just
bill
the way
of
that-
lading.
Oh,
right?
okay,
Yeah,
okay.
that's just the way it works.
Okay.
Yeah, bill of lading.
Yeah, a bill of lading. You have to state everything that you have. Like
yeah.
so these drivers have to state what they have in their
okay.
because if they get stopped and they don't have the proper information,
Mhm.
they get flagged, they get fined, they get confiscated. Like so.
So I thought
So for
okay,
sure.
Okay.
So I think what's interesting is that they're offering a 24-hour, 7 days a week service. So they're saying, look, you can schedule whatever you want, and I'm pretty sure you're gonna have to pay a finer fee because, to be able to pick up anywhere at any time is kind of huge. So especially if you're
It's
doing
unheard of,
something,
yeah.
it's crazy. Like usually with these, you have to schedule in advance, a couple days in advance.
That is big.
To
though,
actually
man.
lock something in because especially if it's a partial like this where you can where you can it's basically a tag along. You say I have a 4x4 4 foot by 4 foot space weighing 200 pounds that I need delivered to New York
with the contents described.
Yes,
in the,
exactly.
In the, yeah.
So then you say, so then they'll tell you, okay, well, we have a dry bed going to New York today.
like on your app, it would show. A little
It'll
truck
show you,
moving,
yeah, exactly, and it'll show
Yeah,
you.
yeah,
You'll
yeah.
be able to track it as it
Yeah.
travels.
Yeah.
So that's it. I think
Damn.
that's
So
Truck
why-
drivers are going to be so mad
Well,
because now
oh.
they can't fudge the mileage.
well, they weren't going to be able to fudge it anyway because in the last 2 years, the DOT implemented actually computerized monitors into semis.
Oh,
So that shift had already been started.
Hmm.
okay.
So I think Uber is capitalizing on the fact that everything is
Computerized.
digital, computerized.
Mhm.
And they said, okay, well, since now you have to track this information, that kind of lets us get into this spectrum.
So that means that the worrying concern is that UPS and FedEx and stuff like that, because you have to
go to a center,
Yeah,
drop
yeah,
off your
yeah,
stuff,
yeah.
or they pick it up.
this will take away their business, sort of.
It could potentially affect them, because now you can say, well, I don't necessarily have to go. I have a box of shirts.
Mhm.
I don't necessarily have to go to Uber. I mean, to FedEx.
You
or
just order
UPS,
Uber, it comes by your office or whatever.
picks it
Boom.
up, boom, and then you're automatically tracking it. You
Mm.
know exactly where it is, when it is. Because with FedEx and UPS, it's still kind of vague.
Yeah,
They
and
say it's at our facility.
Even with Amazon,
it's traveling.
yeah.
That's right.
You might get it between this and
That's
this time.
right. And
Oh,
people
Amazon might even be upset.
people
about
give
this, dude,
well,
'cause-
Amazon has their thing where they deliver it right to your the key, I forgot what it's called,
the
but
Amazon lockers.
my not the lockers, but my coworker, we were all looking this up. It turns out you can now, or supposedly, you give like a universal key, and they'll go into your house or the trunk of your car and put it in the trunk of your car in your
I
house.
don't know about that.
Yeah,
I'm not saying that it doesn't exist.
No,
but
I was
I'm
gonna say
saying
there's
I
like a
didn't know
feature.
about it.
Well, I wanted to bring that up after your thing to see what you guys
It
think
doesn't
about
sound
that.
like you're doing it after, because I was still talking about it and you're just interjecting. So
But I'm in logistics, bro.
Yeah.
hey,
come on,
hey.
Cletus.
Hey,
Come
hey.
on, Cletus.
Leave the mothers out of this, and no touching of the hair or face.
So
I'll bring it up later.
no. I didn't know that they offered that service, which is fucking nuts, because now that's an invasion of privacy, because now you can say that you work for Amazon, or if you do work for Amazon, you can figure out a system where you can,
Yeah. While you're talking, I'll look it
That's
up.
too big of a liability.
So-
It doesn't sound to me
So
like
here's my question.
like
though.
they would do that. Like
So
Amazon
with,
could do
with,
that.
with Uber taking a portion of that market share, are there any benefits to that for your company in particular right now? Because I think that there are still customers or clients out there who are going to be like, no. We worked with Accurate before. We know these guys. They handle their shit. It may take a day more, but at least we'll get it fucking right.
I just think
Because there are
I don't
customers
know.
like
I
that.
I have to see how it plays out. I have to look more into it, because I think it can be beneficial, because there are certain situations where you're like, oh shit, fuck, I wish there was a service I could use where I could
right
get
now, right?
it. Like right now, like oh shit, I need to get this shit to San Diego, but I don't have a truck to do it. Boom, call them. Done.
This is for cars, but we were looking up something for
But it's
houses
through
too.
Amazon. Like this is an Amazon link with an Amazon.
I think. Well, he was on the actual Amazon website and he saw it. This is an article about it, just for the in your car one, and then there's going to be one for your house.
Fuck that. No way, bro. No
Yeah,
way.
that's weird.
Not now, not never.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you sure?
Well, I mean, they were also trying to drop things off with
GM
drones.
and Volvo. Okay, so they've partnered with. See, this
Okay,
is
so
different.
this is how it makes it legit.
Yeah, well, from what I'm looking, this is an article on The Verge back in April. So they've partnered with like GM and Volvo. So then what's happening is they're getting car codes. So they're getting car codes to
Mhm.
be able to access somebody's vehicle.
Mhm.
Obviously, you're gonna have to. But see, this
Yeah.
is a situation where if you're an employee of Amazon or a
The
disgruntled
liability is
employee,
hard, yeah.
you
Yeah.
know, like that's fucking. I mean, it's being tested. Yes, okay, it
Yeah,
is being tested. But
Tell you what, I'm not going to test it. That's for sure.
hell no.
I don't trust the fucking
yeah.
drivers.
Well, it's
Nothing
all,
personal.
I'm
like,
sure
just-
there's a vetted system, but
Sure.
like
but it's all involved of what you're talking about ease of use and access of transportation now being
believe me, if
going to the customer.
to me, that's just one step further than I'm comfortable with.
Okay.
Because I'm the guy that'll get the service fast, but that like now you're actually you have the ability to come into my home or into my vehicle. What if I have some dope ass shit in my trunk and you're like, well, I'm out of this bitch anyway next week.
Yeah.
Boom, yank. Yes.
What if there was an app that vetted like the way we can rate Uber drivers and shit? What if we could rate like police officers and they could rate us? You know what I mean? Or like or
I thought there was a rating system for police.
or like then when they pull up, you could go ahead because it's all about unique identifiers, right? Be
Mhm.
like, as soon as they pull over, you guys can open your phones.
Nah,
Like that never happened.
because that's social. That's a social. It'll be based on. It can also be based on how much money you make, what your credit score is, all that bullshit, and or what happens to a poor person, or a low income person who gets pulled over because they don't have the ranking that they should have to be okay. No, that'd
be
no,
crazy. Yeah.
Fuck no, hell no. I would never agree to that.
Yeah.
So
ever.
Are you in full support of this new Uber service? And is it just Uber? Is it Lyft?
Well, it's
doing
Uber.
It too,
No, it's Uber.
Oh.
It's called Uber Freight. It's
Uber
literally
Freight.
called Uber Freight.
Okay.
Now, I can't say that I'm for or against it yet because I haven't used
Like
the
you
service,
said, there might be a time where it'd be like, "Ooh, I came through in a pinch."
Yeah. So I'm gonna look more into it, but I just recently saw it, so I was like, oh shit, that's kind of interesting.
So it could be used for
it could
company
if it's something that's
because you have last minute things happening
I mean,
all the time.
Here's the shit. When you think of Uber, you think something economic. You think a service that you can call immediately. It comes to you. You think
I rarely use it, dude.
Yeah, but for like I use Uber all the time. And
all the time.
It's a great fucking solution to if I want to go out and have some drinks, I'm gonna take a fucking Uber because
that's probably why I don't use it.
It's gonna be fucking $5 for me to get somewhere and $5 for me to get back.
Or if your car breaks
Beats
down,
the hell out of it.
I used it when my car was in the shop to get to work and back.
Yeah, see, and then so if they're bringing that type of service to like freight, where I can send a package to New York, and charge my client like this, or it alleviates me having to do that for my client. My client could be like, yo, I'm going to use Uber Freight. They're going to come pick this up at such and such time. And I'd be like, oh shit, cool. Boom. Now it's something that I don't have to worry about anymore because now it's being taken care of. Before it's like, yeah, we're going to need you to deliver it to us. And I'm like, all right, well now I got to call this company and get them to do it. Now my client could just be like, boom, I got Uber, which some clients already do. They have their own logistic companies, freight companies that they use, and they'll just tell me, oh, okay, I'm having such and such. But it's the accessibility now.
Yeah.
You can just pull up the app on your phone, and be like, or on your computer, just pull up the app. You don't have to know shit. You don't have to know anything about logistics or anything. It's already there for you. You could easily just pull it up, schedule it, done.
How do you see this with other competing possible companies? Now it won't be just Uber, it'll be like 5 other different services. Do you think it'll be oversaturated?
I'm sure it'll come to that. Yeah. I'm sure.
As with all things.
Yeah. I mean, when Uber and Lyft popped up, then you had a bunch of them, but which ones survived?
Right.
Not all of them have survived.
Yeah.
There used to be more, and now the only dominant ones are Uber and Lyft.
And now Uber's trying to take it. I wonder why Lyft didn't think of something like this. Do you think it's even...
They probably don't have the investment capital.
It seems like Uber's really trying to expand their catalog,
which is really fine.
He's got Uber helicopter and all that shit.
Again, I'm telling you, there's one called Propeller or something like that, where you can literally hop on a chopper if you have the dough for it.
Yeah. Do they have an Uber flight too? I wonder if they're going to do that.
Probably.
You think they'll go that far?
Yeah, I'm sure there's already a service for it.
Do you think?
For sure. I think that Propeller already does it too.
Yeah.
It gives you the option for helicopters if you need to travel somewhere quick.
Yeah.
You just hop on a plane. But
Uber Freight.
Yeah. I'm sure.
Oh wow! So Uber is a publicly traded company now too.
Yeah, it is. It came out 2 months ago.
Really?
Yeah. It became a publicly traded company 2 months ago.
I wonder who their investors are then. Overall.
So I'm sure there are going to be more services like this.
Fuck, I wish I knew.
Yeah,
I was gonna say,
the fact they got ahead of it is pretty dope.
With this new thing, if it works out, it'll be fucking big.
Yeah. Can I actually invest $1 in? No, not $1, but if I only bought one piece of stock, would it actually go in value?
It would, but usually you want to buy in the
100. Oh, tens.
In the tens minimum.
Really?
Yeah, obviously hundreds is where it's at, but the tens minimum.
Huh. Okay.
Okay. I just care about the service.
Don't worry though. It turns out that Uber's IPO was super disappointing, bro. Nobody's wanted a damn thing.
Would you invest cause if you had some money, would you invest it in anything at all? Do you not care about the whole investing in stock market?
I'm sure. It's not to say that I wouldn't or I won't, but
I'm just out here, my nigga.
Just pretty much. Just out here, player. She's trying to live, baby. So yeah, I thought that was pretty cool. That Uber's doing that.
$42 a share. That's how it
See,
started. $42
so for
a share.
$42, or if I drop,
You're not really making anything
That's-
if you're just getting one share though.
If you
for
got four
$42.
K's worth though, like
40,000,
$4,200 worth of shares.
that's a lot of shares.
That's like you'd have a
Because
good.
yeah, 10
And it's
shares.
not even.
But that's how it works. Like whenever you do investments, you have to number one, it has to be money that you already don't mind
getting rid of.
Yeah.
Yeah. Damn.
But who has 5K just expendable income just laying around?
Joe, do you believe in the whole? I know,
Joe's
it's
looking
looking
around
around.
like, well, it depends, my guy.
Joe, do you pay yourself 10% off the front when you get your paycheck? Do you pay
I do.
yourself?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, 10%.
I do.
Hmm.
I want to say I do a little more than that. Yeah.
So, do you still do it if you have bills to pay?
Yeah, because I don't have to worry about my bills. My
Well,
bills are
okay.
automatic.
I mean, like, what if you're in a situation like me where if I paid myself 10%, I would not be able to pay a bill.
Then you shouldn't pay yourself 10% because
Okay.
You
you
gotta
don't
pay yourself what you can.
you got to do what
okay.
you can. Yeah.
Okay.
Like
Because I mean, you told me, but somebody else did tell me that, and I was like, dude, I can't pay myself 10% because that money needs to go to.
see, these are just standards though. Like
Okay.
you don't have to abide by those standards. You don't have
Okay.
to say, "Oh shit, I can't pay myself 10%. I'm not going to make
just,
it."
Yeah, it's just the mathematics.
Yeah, then that's just you being dumb with your money. Like it is, because if you're trying to pay yourself a certain percentage that everybody thinks is the standard that you should pay yourself,
Yeah.
but you don't have enough to you can't afford to
You can't
pay
live
your
at that
bills or
standard.
anything,
Yeah.
then you're living past your means.
Okay.
And that's just
If you make
That's
4,500,
just being frugal
if
with
you
your
make
money.
4,500, you should have a 3,500 or at least a 3,900 lifestyle. Like it depends, right? You want to live as under your means.
But
as
these
possible.
are motherfuckers that are already making dough, so they get to set those standards.
Yeah.
You can't live like that, or
Right,
else you're
right.
not. If you're gonna live like fucking somebody who makes $100,000,
Yeah.
like, and even that in today's economy is not a fucking lot.
I know, which is crazy.
You know, that's like
You're finally
that's
doing
living.
okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you're doing fine. But you're not fucking balling out of control.
Yeah.
But if you're gonna fucking adhere to those standards, you're gonna fucking fail so fast. And that's why I hate a lot of these motherfuckers that are self-help
and all that.
motherfuckers, because they're already living like that. And
Yeah.
they're trying to tell you to live like that. Don't fucking live like that, you fucking idiot. Because if you fucking do it,
Yeah.
you're gonna fucking fail.
Yeah.
Live
Within
comfortably
your
within
own
what you
means.
can do.
God damn, man. Joe just did like a Doctor Strange. Like I saw my soul come back. I'm
Yeah,
like,
it's just-
what?
yeah.
Because
you
look,
can't
one of
live
the
like
other
that,
standards
dude.
that floats around is your rent is supposed to be no more than 1 week's worth of money.
Damn, and I'm going
And
over
we're
that for
not,
sure.
yeah.
Yeah, I'm
Hardly
going way
any-
over that.
Especially people in LA and New York, they're hardly.
Yeah, it's pretty. For me, it's 2 weeks for me. That's
Yeah,
that's
see,
too much.
like-
yeah, damn.
And guess what? Like even some places, in order to rent, you have to make just that much just to rent it.
Yeah.
Where it's only 1 week's worth of your pay. And
Damn.
that's why they always ask you for your annual income to determine whether or not they
Gotcha.
want to rent to you.
Yeah.
Isn't that a
Fuck.
crazy fucking standard? Because then by that standard, there's a lot of people who shouldn't be living where they live.
At all.
Mhm.
At all. The moment that I started living by my means, the way that I knew I could do,
Mhm.
like I started actually,
Prospering. And,
yeah, I started actually doing fine.
Mm.
Like once I started,
and that's that Joe's a consumer like a motherfucker.
Yeah.
He is. If you've been to his
You know,
place.
I don't know anybody else who has as much shit as Joe. Just download it and store it
Yeah.
up. And,
I just have a bunch of shit.
and yet he's still handling his business.
Yet-
Do you think that's
You know?
because you didn't you took a path that didn't put you in a shit ton of debt like me?
No,
You think that that's not a possibility?
no, I don't think so, because I was on the opposite side of that spectrum where I didn't have shit.
For a long-
You know, I didn't have shit. Like whatever I made is what I made to live.
Right.
Literally
And it
to
came
live.
out,
Like,
yeah.
so
Yeah.
I didn't even have debt
Mm.
because I didn't have anything
To have debt, yeah,
I didn't have anything to have debt. You know,
Shit.
so I it's definitely not that for me.
Okay.
And even though you do have debt,
Mm.
it's still a student debt, so it can't really be frowned upon either,
It's a student.
as far
debt,
as your
man.
credit, because it's a
Mm.
student debt.
Okay.
So
It's
so-
fucked up though, because I think it does affect it. That's the bullshit.
Does it?
Yeah, that's fucked up, man. That's why I don't agree with the
Okay.
idea that they're willing to give you that at like 100 whatever K loan as a kid, but they won't give you a 3K loan for a business.
Yeah.
Because some kids are ready for that.
Then
Fuck
again,
them.
I wish I did have the mentality of like, you know what? Give me that 3K loan so I can start a business instead of giving me that 100K loan to like
You know what? I
learn
don't
a
want to be
trade.
ignorant. Let me look it
I
up.
don't know. I don't know. I just thought I kind of do wish I was push more to be more.
And again, here's the other
Yeah.
thing. Like I said, living by your means. So if
Yeah. Student loans can affect your credit in both positive and negative ways, depending on student loans or payment periods.
Yeah.
yeah, but again, okay, so there's like
Some bullshit.
there's a minimum that you're supposed to pay on your
Mhm.
on whatever it is.
Your
I'm
loan,
not gonna
yeah.
ask you what yours is, but
My minimum payment, I can tell you.
No, I don't want you to
No.
tell
Oh,
me.
okay.
Like I don't.
Okay.
It's you don't have to
Okay.
air it out on this. But the fact is
He's
that
like, give me some advice, man.
that it is a minimum, but these people are still trying to get their money.
Oh yeah.
So
So you always gotta
anything
pay
that
more
you
than
let you
interest.
put is what it is, and even though the interest builds, is gonna build, you're still paying on it.
Do you know they put interest on my student loans every day? It's 2% every day. I did not know that when I was trying to figure out how to pay off.
You were
what I
like
was
wondering why, no matter what you
why
pay,
it's keep going up, and I was like, and then it's like, oh yeah, because there's 2% interest every day. 2% interest every what?
Or is it 0.2?
2%.
2% is ridiculous. No, are you sure it's 2%?
Mm-hmm.
Because that's a lot.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Are you sure it's not 0.2?
A whole lot, because one of my loans, I have many that they clumped up together, but one of them was only like I think it was like 25K or whatever, and it jumped up to 49K as much as I owe within the past 8 years or something like that. Like it jumped really
Yeah,
you're
high
gonna need to
because-
vote for
because
Elizabeth
but
Warren, bro.
yeah, but
Yeah.
see, that doesn't tell me that it's a 2% interest every day because it's doubled, but in the course of 8 years.
yeah, 2%
There's no way because if it's 2%, it's 2%. Then you're adding another 2% to the 2%, then
Right.
adding another 2% to the
Right.
2%, and it doesn't work that way. There's no way.
Could've
There's
swore
no
that-
way. There's no
pretty
way
sure he
you're
said it was
being charged 2% on top of 2% every
They
day.
be robbing you blind, bro.
I'll have to retalk, but I could have swore that's what the representative said, that they charge 2% every day.
Yeah, but it can't be the case because then you owe so much more money
Yeah.
than you already owe. Like a lot more. If
I'll look
you're
into it.
you're getting
I'll look into
charged an extra 2% every day, that means your $2 is turning into $4 the next day, and then and then the next day after that is turning to 8,
Mhm.
and then after that it's turning into 16,
Yeah.
and then after that it's turning.
Yeah.
So
You'd be in $1 million
yeah,
of debt.
you'd
like
be
at
in
the-
millions of dollars of debt now.
I'll look into it. I could
Yeah.
have swore that's what they said, but
It can't be.
But it's something extravagantly high.
Okay, but
Yeah.
if it is, then they're okay. No,
I forgot.
I-
I'll talk to Joe off off air.
there's no
Wait.
way.
off the record.
Joe and I
here.
are gonna go over we're gonna do a budget plan.
Oh God.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I'm sure you could get with these loan companies, be like, look, player, I'm not making the money that you guys want, so you can either.
You can always
I've done that.
negotiate.
I've already done that, and the response is usually we can't lower it any more than blah 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 blah.
Well, then you're not going to get money. Boom.
and
And what are
say-
they going to say?
they
Oh, well, then we're going to go against you. What?
Yeah. Well, they'll say you're just gonna keep owing. It's gonna keep growing in interest.
Then why don't you file bankruptcy?
It doesn't work for student loans apparently.
Well, they could suck my
Yeah, it
dick.
used to, but then everybody did it, and so then they.
And my loans is under. It's not under the.
Well, what are
government.
they going to do? They're going to put you in jail? No, they're not going to put you in fucking jail.
Well,
They can't.
From what I've been informed, is that it'll keep collecting, and if I die and I owe, $1 million or so, that goes to my other family
No.
members
Here's
or
the
my
thing.
co-signer.
Here's the thing: once your debt is sold to another collector,
Mhm.
technically it's been paid for. Here's the thing, though: your credit will be affected
It
by
does.
it,
It does.
but every 7 years,
Mhm.
you can, as far as I know right now, it still works. So you can create a free account with Credit Karma,
Mhm.
and then after 7 years, after literally 7 years,
Sorry.
you can have Credit Karma dispute it for you,
Okay.
and depending on how long it is after those 7 years, chances are it'll clear out. but just know that it takes 7 years to refresh your credit.
I'll have to definitely look into it. And I'm glad we're bringing this up because I'm pretty sure other people are there who listen to the cast are like me who have debt in other means or methods. But me in particularly, I could have swore I went over certain situations and it just got.
Dude,
Because creditors are fucking everyone left and right.
and they're gonna try to fuck you.
Yeah.
I don't give a fuck, man. I had somebody call me like a couple years ago for some. It was for like a Time Warner account that I didn't. I hadn't had for years and years and years, and they were like, "Yeah, we're here to collect." I'm like, "Fuck you! I don't fucking know you. You're not getting shit from me." And I never got a call from them again. Yeah. And my credit is fucking through the roof right now.
Really?
So I was like, fuck you. I'm not paying you. You're calling me, threatening me, telling me that I got to pay you. Else I'm going to owe this money. It's going to affect my credit. And I was like, suck my dick.
They sold it to collections. They sold it to collections.
And I told him, I was like, I don't know you. I don't know anything about this account. Because
say that it's you when they call and they ask for you. You say, who's asking? Or,
I was like, I don't know. No, I don't know shit about you.
I can help you on this matter. How can I help you? You know what I mean? Like, never say it's you.
Okay.
Never say it's you.
He's said it's him. It's on that account now.
But once they sell to another collection, because that's all they do, bro. Just like with the housing thing, they just constantly will sell your shit, but no money ever actually takes place in exchange, and that's why it's not legit. And usually, there's no wet signatures.
I have to look into this some more and find out.
It's fucking corrupt, bro.
Yeah.
It's corrupt, man. It's corrupt.
Okay. Well, we have to have a little sit down, Joe, and hopefully go over some things that I had no idea about. Because I am curious. Like, there's actually a guy that I had introduced to one of my clients for their podcast. His name is Tony Budry, and he came out here to the States, and the way he finally broke through financially was he became a credit expert. I can put you in touch with him. Chances are he'll know something about. Yeah. Because I'm curious about. Because I kind of do agree, and I understand what Joe's statement is. Like, what are they going to do? And I really should have to find out the end means. Like, say for instance, I just stop altogether everything.
I think what they can do is do wage garnishments.
What's that?
Where they take it from your paycheck, and then that's inevitable. So So what'll happen there is that they're going to take it, so they're just going to take it.
Right.
So now all you have to do is adjust your lifestyle to knowing.
Oh, yeah.
You just have to adjust your lifestyle to knowing that amount is going to be taken no matter what.
The other best option for consolidating debt is to find some place that will give you a certain loan, and then just pay all that shit off, and then just have one place that you're paying, and contractually agree to a certain level of.
Well, I think that's what you already did consolidate at one point.
Yes, right? Yes, and it's still super high because it's so much money.
Yeah. You just need to win the lottery,
That's
like we said it before, like we said it last week.
I was actually gonna go purchase a lottery ticket just to see what happens. To be like, so about what we said,
dude. I almost guarantee that if you win the lottery, you would cry. I almost guarantee.
I would. And
if
then
you win the
lottery,
you would cry.
Yeah,
you would cry because you knew that your debt would be completely gone.
But that you can say that. I mean, you saw the show, Mr. Robot. You can say that about like 90% of fucking Americans, man.
What?
All the people who went to school and have this crippling. It's literally a hot topic.
Well, whose fault is it in the end?
School loans and school
baby
debt.
boomers.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, like, is it my fault?
And they're blaming us.
Well, is it my fault for taking? Because I took them. I didn't question the money when the loan was offered. Because I applied for grants.
Because you didn't know any better, bro.
Well, I knew about grants,
Nobody does
scholarships.
Until later.
Well, I was there in the process with my parents trying to figure out how to pay for the state school. And when I couldn't get these scholarships and grants, we went towards loans. And we had a whole sit down about, okay, Keenan, you take this loan, it's going to be, 14% interest and all that shit.
It's fucking ridiculous.
It's
so your parents set you up.
No,
damn.
No. Anyway, but the idea was that as sitting down and go, Mom, he loves you. Anyway,
I do.
Anyway, the idea was that because I knew what was going to happen to me, and the idea was as soon as I graduate, I get a $100K job. I'm in the engineering field.
Isn't that the plan?
And then as time progressed, every year I said, all right, just sign the paperwork, give me my loan. I promise I'll pay it back. You know, that's me, right? That's me saying I'll do it. And then as soon as I graduate and leave,
Well,
and
that's also because you had the expectation that once you got out of school,
I get that.
you were going to be placed into a job that
Mhm.
That's
would
the
be
problem.
paying that. And that's the fucking problem, that in today's economy, these jobs aren't being offered because
Doesn't exist anymore, bro.
they don't.
And I
exist.
apply it to everything.
Not necessarily that they don't exist, but they they evolved into broader
Mhm.
careers.
And learning stuff in school, obviously, and I was told this and I should have listened more seriously. What you learn in school is not exactly what you have to use or get on the first day, first week, first month, even first year of your job. Several jobs that I've worked with people in, and some higher industry, they don't go over all the heavy physics and math and all that stuff. You're told what to do, and
Yeah.
you sort of follow it.
So you can literally
Work
learn on the
experience.
job.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you can learn on a job.
Dude, there
for
was
sure.
a dude in
Look at
my
me.
company in the controls department, electronics and controls programming, all that shit. Who was impressed when I was able to make this bell ring and do all this other stuff with electronics. He's like, shit, you should have been in controls. I was like, oh, I didn't, all that, you know, I know only as far as Ohm's law and all this electronic stuff. He was like, hey, I don't know that stuff either. I just learned on the job. And I was like, what the fuck?
Well, you know, dude.
Yeah.
Dude,
God damn it, dude.
it's not.
I feel like I have to protect you. There you go.
There it is. Bringing it
Like
back.
I wake up every day like, fuck, I gotta protect Keenan.
Yeah, dude.
Gosh.
It's not a brand new notion that people have been given a shitty hand in every college education. Now there are benefits to being a part of a college society.
Mhm.
You know, you build a network, and then through some form of nepotism per se, you know,
Not anymore.
people
man.
shoot
It's
you
for
in,
white
shit like
people.
that. Yeah.
For white people.
But I did have an opportunity, Philly.
Different,
Just to
man.
quickly counteract, there was
I remember
one
you told me.
opportunity, you know,
And
and
then
I
you decided you wanted to finish school instead.
goddamn.
Even though the whole point of you going to school was to get the fucking job.
And that's what I'm saying. I don't think I was encouraged or pushed enough by the people around me. Like, hey, entrepreneurship, business, companies, startups, networks.
You got your loan and you wasted every single penny of it.
Before Silicon Valley was Silicon Valley,
Mm.
and I was in there.
I doubt before Silicon
No,
Valley.
well, I mean, it was Silicon Valley, but
still-
it wasn't. It was
It
only
was already active like
Yeah.
over 20 years, my guy.
Yeah. All right. Anyway,
Shut up, man. You make me look bad.
it was before a lot of the new boom. The
Yeah.
new boom.
Dude,
New boom.
it's trending that people are making GoFundMes to help pay off their student loans.
Wait,
Mhm.
what?
Don't be that guy.
Okay. I looked at Joe like, really?
Just as
Can I-
bad, there are people who are making GoFundMes because they're like, I've always wanted to go to Paris. Does
I
anybody
saw
wanna
that,
help me?
and I saw a birthday one. Like, hey, donate $10 for my birthday. What
I did a GoFundMe
for your
PS4.
PlayStation? That was so funny. That was funny.
That was meant to be funny
it
though.
was-
And then when it actually paid off, I was like, oh shit.
I love my flyer.
And
that
now I have
made.
like fucking 4 PlayStations, like not even tripping. I'm like, here, you want this one?
Yeah, it's true.
The flyer I made
Everybody
for
gets a
Joe was
PlayStation.
hilarious.
With the-
I know, and I just superimposed your
Meow.
face. It was so stupid.
Oh, man.
Dude, it's an epic. That's why the debates were so interesting. But the problem is that who knows if any of them will actually.
They're not going to do anything. No, they're not going to do anything.
Because we've got to stand up to the 1%ers.
I believe you, even if Bernie Sanders was in it, the 2016.
Honest question. Do you
You-
think Bernie Sanders can deliver?
No.
Do you think Bernie Sanders can deliver?
I think he has a lot of. I think there's potential, but you have to go up against the Senate. You have to go up against Congress. You have to go to the House of Representatives. There's so many other departments and people that will hold you back, no matter how much you promise. Look at Obama and all the shit he tried to get done
Sure.
and got held back by a bunch of things. Even on the Republican side, when Bush was in office and he sort of went around a couple of people, but he got hindered by a lot of Democrats.
There
They're
are
gonna-
executive orders, though, right?
yes, unless they're
You low key have to be a centrist. Honestly, you do.
Yeah.
You have to be right in the middle or not too far from the left or not too far from the right to just because then you have people that are gonna agree with you on both sides of the aisle,
Mhm.
which sucks that it has to be two sides and it can't be, you know.
yeah.
And I don't know.
There's too many things they have to get around for anything to get passed or done, unless it's like really crazy, ridiculously like affecting everybody.
Yeah.
I don't think any. I really don't think no matter who's in there, you're not going to get everything that you want that you promise
Not
people.
at all. We're never going to get one.
No, maybe I say 1 out of 15 things you propose on the debates will ever get accomplished, and it would take 8 years to do it.
Ironically, though, man, there's never been more opportunity to make money than there is today. It's just a matter of you aligning yourself with customers who like everybody is willing to pay to have their problems solved, man. If you could pay a certain amount of money to have somebody develop a strategy for you that would actually work with what you're doing to help get you out of debt, you would pay for that. If it wasn't new
if I can
expensive,
afford it.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And there are a lot of people out there who, if they can afford it, especially if you get the right target market and you can find a way to actually provide value, they will pay, and you can make the money. That
Here's the fucked up part, that if somebody hits you up and say, "Look, we're gonna pay all this debt. You just pay us. It's gonna be 10% interest on it for paying your debt. Just a flat 10% interest, and all you got to do is pay us $500 a month.
That's doable. That's easily doable.
I mean, and then it's just, fuck, that would be fucking dope. If the government did that, and they're gonna say, look, we're gonna
clear it all out.
We're not gonna clear your fucking debts. We're gonna pay them add a 10% interest on it, a flat rate of $500. That's all you guys have to pay us.
Easily
$500 every month, however long it takes for you to pay us.
Yeah,
but you will pay us. We're the government. We're gonna pay your debts.
Yeah,
at 10%, $500 flat free.
Even
flat
when I get
free.
my taxes back, I can send that in there.
You'd be like, shit.
Here's an extra.
Don't even get your taxes back. Just
tell them to take my taxes.
Take it from my taxes too. Boom.
I do that.
I think
Joe for president 2020.
I think that would be a fucking pretty solid
even school loans should only be collecting because like it's a school fucking loan. It should only be collecting even on tax day. Like, you know what I mean? Like it should just come out of your taxes.
Anybody who says we're gonna eliminate student loans completely, everybody's gonna pay and be happy. Like, you're a fucking idiot.
That's trillions.
And you know what
you're
sucks?
a fucking idiot.
Is that like New York passed like free community college, but what about all the people that paid for community college?
I know they did that in
No, I'm not gonna ride with you guys on this one because the same thing could be said about the AIDS epidemic, the weed. Like, oh, what happened to all the people who died because of AIDS? Now there's a pseudo cure for it. You know, like, no, that's fucking. I gotta step away from you. So same with weed. Yeah. Like at the time, it was illegal. Yeah. So of course you went to prison. Now it's not. I think anybody who did get who did get in prison for it, they should be let go.
Wait a minute, you touched on something crazy. So you're saying that people who are already in prison for weed should not be let out?
No, they should. I'm saying they should now.
He's just trying to say, like, with the student loan, let's not go there. He's saying, like, let's just focus on an actual solution.
Yeah, don't say, we shouldn't eliminate the debt because there are people who did actually pay. Like, fuck you.
Well, I would be a little upset, but I wouldn't be as adamant.
I wouldn't even be upset. I'd be like, I was fortunate enough to be able to pay it off.
Yeah.
There are people now in our current economy who can't do that.
Yeah, more than ever. Yeah. We're going to be the first generation.
So if they could have a better start or the opportunity to actually succeed on something that they did, then
okay.
Don't be bitter about it.
Yeah, don't be fucking bitter about it.
It's Keenan retirement. I'm bitter about everything.
No, but I'm not saying you in general. I'm saying like the people who think that
who
way,
want to argue that,
who want to argue that. Oh no, they shouldn't be getting.
I wouldn't argue it, but I'd be like, shit. I just I wish I had the opportunity to go for free myself.
Yeah. And a lot of like I'm saying, like there are people who were fortunate enough to be able to
baby boomers were able to go to community college for free, and then all of a sudden it wasn't free, and now they're trying to make it free again. It's like
so
it's just the way of the fucking.
I'm not
world,
fucking with that.
Man. Yeah, it's just the way of the world.
If you are gonna, and again, it shouldn't be an extreme that's like we're gonna completely wipe all
eradicate.
That's fucking stupid.
Yeah,
because you were offered a service. You took advantage of that service. You went and learned.
Mm-hmm.
So you should have to pay something off of that.
Well, yes, definitely your tuition, your books, all that you should be paying that either out of pocket or from.
No, but still because you learned something that you didn't know. So as an adult.
Okay.
So nothing is fucking free.
Well, yeah.
Nothing is free.
My
like
love
that.
is free.
Well, no, mine comes at a price, baby.
And
So-
I mean, college in New York is now free. So.
Yeah, damn.
Yeah, but even then, there's somebody paying.
Somebody-
There's
yeah,
something
tax
in
dollars.
it.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
like we're paying for that.
Yeah,
Mm.
We're
tax
paying for you to
dollars.
go to school for free. So you learned a trade. You
Yeah.
learned something.
Okay.
You know,
And that requires I have to pay for that.
you have to pay for
That's
it.
fine. But for the amount of money that I paid for it, maybe not so much.
The continued increase in
You-
interest that you're talking about.
it's
Mhm.
the continued increase.
Yeah.
You
that
just signed a
you're-
bad deal, man. That's all.
Yeah,
it
that's
is.
all it is.
Mm.
You should have had a
So-
better negotiator there. With you.
So yes, the government, if they can't eradicate student debt, what they can do is pay for it and
Mhm.
say, "Yo, we
And then,
paid it.
Yeah, cap it out.
We're gonna add this much to it.
Yeah.
You can pay us as long as it takes to pay us. This is how much you're gonna pay. Whatever it takes for you to do
as
play
long as
that,
it's,
that's cool.
Yeah,
But
as long
Yeah.
as it's low and they don't do
It should
it.
totally
Yeah.
cap out. There shouldn't be
Then
some
it's a fucking-
ongoing
Yes,
fucking.
yes.
it's a
A
fucking
collective-
no brainer, dude.
What do you
Like
call it?
if
Compounding interest.
Yeah,
we were
that's
to
fucking
do that,
ridiculous, bro.
if we were to do that,
Mhm.
it should be no issue for
Well,
for our
that
government
that
to pay
would
for that.
not eradicate, but that would be probably the best solution currently to not get rid of student debt, but to lower student debt, which is your method that you're
The
presenting.
whole design, though, is to stifle upward mobility. Though it's not a conspiracy. It's just economics. They need a certain degree of people to be part of the working class who has to go and barely meet the ends that they're trying to get for the month.
Mhm.
And then it starts all over again. You can't have everybody having affluence. They don't want that because
But this still puts you in that spectrum because you
Yeah.
still have a debt to pay.
yeah,
You're
that's
still
what I'm
paying
saying.
that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I'm saying that I think that's a great idea. All I'm saying is that at the current level that it's at,
Mhm.
they want it by design to be a never-ending, growing
That's right.
interest rate that continues to eat away at
because
you.
people are greedy.
It's modern day slavery, man.
Well, the thing is, can I ask you guys this question?
No.
Oh,
No,
all right.
sorry.
Okay,
that's why
next
rent
topic.
costs what it costs, dude. Rent is also a factor in playing that.
Yeah, that all is. I had an argument in class, engineering economics class, about the creation of interest and the value of money. The statement was, does money have value? I said no, because you can't take a dollar bill onto the fucking moon and then pay for something there. We created value from trade when
It's
we were
attributed,
trading
right,
apples
it's
and
attributed.
shit. We said 5 apples represents $1 and so on and so forth. We created it. This other guy in the class said, no, money has value. It's always had value. Interest was always there. Like it wasn't something created. Everything has interest and the dollar bill always had value even before it was created. And I'm like, no, how is that, physically possible? So that was my question to present to you two. Does money have universal value, and is interest always been there since the get-go?
I mean, we're talking about fiat currency at this point, man, and that's a whole thing with why everybody's trying to move into cryptocurrencies and
Mhm.
using blockchain because it's more of a distributed and transparent ledger and how people can actually see what's really there as opposed to what's inflated and all that shit. Like at the end of the day, man,
Inflation, yes, that's what
it's
about.
an economic device to stifle upward mobility, man. It's necessary to have. America tries to play like it doesn't have a class system. I mean, they have like middle class and upper class, but it goes even beyond that. It still is to some degree sort of a monarchy. It's just under different names.
And the teacher supported it too. The teacher was in the student's favor and not mine, and made me look like an idiot in class. And I was so pissed. But the same
So you're a
question-
student too. So
I know, but
She
I
was-
was like, I just felt like,
Dude, you have a difference of opinion than the mainstream.
But
Of
I
course,
felt-
you're going to be looked upon and like.
I felt like I had tangible evidence when I said you can't take a dollar bill to Antarctica and buy a fucking apple.
No, you're right.
Keenan,
How does it have value?
you're the shield hero.
Oh my god.
I don't
And
get,
with that-
I don't get it yet, but I will start watching.
Now I
it.
gotta make friends with the other members.
I am gonna watch
We're
Attack
gonna
on
hit-
Titan though. Hey,
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, hell yeah.
it's coming down.
We're gonna hit
Soapbox.
the soapbox talk segment. Wait, I don't even. Is
That's
this
more
a good
bubbles,
place?
isn't it?
I don't know.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
Are we at a
yeah.
good spot?
I thought you were gonna
okay,
answer my question, but whatever.
I'm not gonna fucking answer your question. Keenan already.
Keenan.
I mean, Philly already answered your shit.
Can't remember
Is that how you agree with
those
Philly?
who go against the grain will always meet resistance, man.
Mm.
Just because they thought you were wrong doesn't mean that you are.
That sounds like a soapbox. Is that you know?
I might have a couple soapbox or
Go.
soapboxes.
All right. Well, Joe wants to get this out of the way, so let's go. All right. My soapbox is.
Hit
I
it.
was just messing with you. Is that true?
What?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we're doing
Official?
soapbox.
Yeah. My
Go
soapbox
ahead,
is.
bitch, whine, complain. No.
Because I'm gonna keep this.
No, I hate people of Los Angeles. You guys all suck. No, mostly the drivers. Drivers is wild. I got yelled at for something stupid, and I was dumb enough to keep my windows down to give them an opportunity to do it. But they yelled at me. I know. They yelled at me as they passed by because I wasn't fast enough, so they had to drive around me or whatever, some bullshit as they exited the freeway. But that was like after seeing 8 people like cut lanes and not use their signals and jump and do so many crazy shit. And I was like, it was really frustrating to see this go down. And people are so in a rush to get to wherever they're going and yelling and road rage and all that bullshit. It just sucks. I don't know what's going on with these people or people in general in Los Angeles and driving, but it was very frustrating and a good eye opener to society and how humans are. And noticing, and we're talking about homeless population. I had this trippy thought, seeing this super hot homeless lady walking with this dude who's like pulling their home or I guess their cart, whatever. Thinking like, damn, how the fuck is this dude with this hot ass homeless chick? And I'm just sitting here in my car complaining. I was like, I gotta get me a homeless lady. I was going a huge, like, contemplating tangents. Like, are they coming from like other states and maybe I should move to like Nebraska or something like that, or Arizona or whatnot, and get me some like homeless lady and bring them back to LA. Because I just have no idea how these hot homeless ladies are with these dudes who have no money, living in a fucking cardboard box. And I got a house and a job and a car and all that. So anyway, those are my 2 complaints from my soapbox. The things I think about in my car is ridiculous.
Wonderful.
Fuck you, Joe. We talked about other good shit on the podcast. So my soapbox is going to be silly and stupid. Because we aired out a whole bunch of good shit.
Nice.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Filthy animal.
My friends, countrymen, Romans, lend me your ears. Yes, I'm on a trip right now of really looking at the people around you and the people who have been supporting you and just being around you and realize that they don't have to do that shit. You know, they don't have to. Don't take it for granted. And if anything, if you can make it a habit to wake up in the morning and realize that those people are ready and willing at any moment to stand by you to help you succeed, and I hope that you can do the same. Sort of that, I'll take care of me for you if you take care of you for me. You know, use that. You know, a lot of people lack a reason or motivation to do shit, and to be honest with you, if you just took a look around and saw the people that believed in you and that stand by your side, like, use that shit and know that the harder you work and the harder they work, and the more you stay aligned with the idea that you guys are working together for a better life together, beyond just your partner, your spouse, and you know, your children and your friends and your family, like just all of us collectively. It's a big network. If you can really keep that perspective, there's a good chance that you'll live a happier life, because most people get desperate when you start to think that you're alone, but you're not. Everybody's got fucking problems. Everybody's got problems in one way or another. And that's why it's so important that you keep your perspective and realize that these people fucking love you regardless of the problems. They'll smile regardless of the problems. They'll drink with you regardless of the problems, and probably because of the problems. But the point is, you're not alone. Don't be ridiculous. Someone out there loves you. And if no one out there loves you and you're that convinced, I fucking love you. And not just me. Noob Podcast loves you. Yeah, go ahead. No. I'll invite it.
we don't have to be super strict on our soapbox, especially if the person speaking.
Fuck you. Then what is a soapbox?
Especially if the person who's speaking is okay with it, then that's fine.
Especially if it's funny too.
Yeah. If
I was gonna say the new podcast loves you, but I don't.
Chris Joe would say.
See, as long as the person who's speaking is okay with it, there's nothing wrong with that.
Yes. Yes.
You're not the government. You can't control us.
I don't try to.
So that's all I'm trying to
whatever.
say is keep some fucking perspective about your situation. It's not as alone as you think it is.
Solid. Thanks, filthy animal. Were you gonna say something again?
No, it has to be after your soapbox though.
Okay.
He's trying to steal your shine.
No,
bro.
no, no. It's
Trying to see my shine play?
What?
I'm hungry as fuck.
Oh, that's why he's rushing us.
No. That's not why. My soapbox talk. Man, I have no complaints about anything. The world is just great. Life is beautiful. So just two quick things. Shout out to the homie Chris. He became a Tiger this week. He joined the Tigers.
Mm-hmm.
So TSG, what up? Shout out to Chris Rush. Welcome, baby. I'm so happy that you're with us. That's one. Number two, last week I was talking about dope ass anime that's been out and it's been making the runs on the digital screen, the TVs. But I don't know if I mentioned JoJo's Bizarre Adventure.
Mm-hmm.
Now it's not, I did, right? Okay. So it's not a new anime. It's been around forever. It recently, it had a resurgence back in 2014 where it kind of did they started a new one, retelling, because there was one like in the 90s and it was whatever. But the manga's been around forever since like the 80s. So they restarted it. They released a new series, and it's been consistently coming every year. So the way that JoJo's Bizarre Adventure works is that it goes by generations. So it goes in I can't say increments of 10 because there was a huge time jump, but it goes through generations of a family, the Joestar family. and each member of its generation, for whatever story they're telling, their name is a derivative of JoJo. So that's why it's called JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, because there's always a JoJo. Whether it's Josuke or Joseph or Jotaro or Giorgio. Anyway, so I'm most familiar with the Stardust Crusader story arc. It's probably one of the most popular, and it's one of the not the longest, but it's definitely the most popular, and it's just, I don't know, it holds a special place in my heart. And fuck, man, I finished the arc the Stardust Crusader arc this week. And it was just fucking everything that I wanted it to be. And just if you know the series, you know that it's over the top and it's nuts. It's just crazy, like in general, just like the shit that themes, like topics, just in general, it's a crazy. But the reason why this arc in particular is so important to me is because of the camaraderie. And like for me, you guys know that camaraderie is everything. Like to me, blood isn't thicker than water. That's the way I see it. Like you could be related to somebody and just be completely detached from them. You get to choose your friends. You don't get to choose your family. So to me, blood isn't thicker than water. So the fact that this series is so powerful when it comes to the topic of camaraderie, because these are people who are strangers or enemies and then just become lifelong friends, die for each other, and they don't have anything in common, some of these people. So that's why it just struck so much to me, because to me it's like Keen, I'd die for you. You know, like we've been friends forever. Shut the fuck up. You know, but I know like if the shit went down and some bullshit had to go down and I'd be there for you, filthy, you know, like I love you. Fucking, we are family, but you know, it transcends that because, you know, so, and a lot of my friends know that, you know, I'm a guy that like loves his friends. I don't like my friends. I love my friends, you know? So I'm not a guy that just has a best friend. I have fucking a shitload of best friends because I love everybody. So that's why that series and that arc in particular so resonates with me so much because by the end of that series, like people die and it's like, fuck, like, it hurts because you understand how close these people were with each other. And just that by the end of it, it's like, damn, like, fuck, gonna miss him. It's my dog. And then at the end when he was like, oh, don't even trip. It's forever. This is forever. And it's like, oh, God damn it. Anyway, fucking JoJo, man. I can't get enough of JoJo. I'm on the new arc, and it's like it doesn't feel like the new arc for me. It's good, but it doesn't feel like anything's at stake, you know. Mm-hmm. So it's a cool arc, but it's like people aren't dying. They're being converted, and like it seems like everybody's like, oh, okay, now we're cool. Like fuck that. No. I need there to be risk. So anyway, check out JoJo, and life is beautiful. Just keep it going, keep pushing. Do the drugs you want to do. Fuck the people you want to fuck. Yeah. Live life. What did Ava DuVernay say? She said, live life without permission. Repost.
Yes.
Follow us. Subscribe to our podcast. Please on iTunes, on Spotify.
Yes, right.
Leave
Say
us
everything.
reviews.
Everything. Talk to us. We'll talk to you. Let us know. You want to do some psych combo? But yes. Eat your woman out.
Suck your man's dick. Pet your dog.